better put a marker here. There we go. But yeah. Ooh. And apparently the fact that I had to update the thing for some reason. I had to update the freaking token for the bot for some reason, because apparently it died. I hope that's not a bad sign. Let me check something real quick. Actually didn't even consider that until now, but thanks for the resub. Okay, so this should be not a problem, but I guess I'm gonna have to... Okay, so I'd have to change a thing to get the bot to work like it's supposed to again, but I guess that I'm gonna play the role of the bot today to a certain degree. But yes, hello and welcome to anyone else who may have found themselves in here by this point. Hello, Edgar, hello, Old, hello, Bern, hello, Akira. I returned from probably a lot shorter than I make it out to be. A very brief period of trying to, I guess, work out something resembling a schedule, which I'm probably gonna have to keep over the near future. Actually, so I probably will be able to do more of these consistently in the near future streams, but we'll see. But yes, just gonna finish up a few things in the background here. There we go. This isn't even the first stream that I've done this year, is it? I think. Nope, the first one was actually on the... Well, it was the last stream that I did. It was on the first on New Year's Day. It was the last Dark Souls thing that I did, but yes. Oh hey, perfect timing. Apparently this... Oh, that was Heavy Day. That was Guilty Gear, I guess. But... For some reason, I say for some reason, even though that's probably more easily explicable than I make it out to be. When you think about it, but that kind of blended together with, I think, the previous song, which was something from Sonic Adventure, I thought. I could totally buy, I don't know if like stuff from Guilty Gear is like a slightly different brand of edgy, but totally buy that song from Guilty Gear being in Sonic, whatever. Just let me go ahead and go to do the thing that I usually do. Let me see. I can actually switch scenes here. I haven't done this in 100,000 years, clearly. Oh boy. I'll just pick one of the presets for the appearance of this thing. I don't think it's gonna be working that great. What about this one? A little better, but I don't know that it's one that much stylization. That's what I was looking for right now. But let me see. Which one was I using for this before? I think it was one of the ones that like classified here. Was it Shining Force? It was not. Was it Rygar? Yes, it was not. Was it... what else do I even have here? I feel like I should recognize whatever it is that I use, but I don't. What if I just use this background, but instead of using like one of the full presets, I just change the font? Like, what do I have here that's unclassified? It's just for the font. Arial Black and Times New Roman, that's not gonna help. Okay, never mind. Well, I better find something. No. So hey Chris, welcome in. Fancy seeing you around here. And thanks for that follow. Just trying to pretend that I'm not as unprepared for things as I usually am. I'm trying to figure out, was it this? It might have been this, yeah. That was apparently the Tenga Makio Zero, whatever that is, from preset for this, which... Okay, well, I think I'm gonna make the font size a little bit larger for this, but it'll work. That'll do. But yeah, I can just pretend the last 2-3 minutes didn't happen, and I am perfectly prepared. And not just that, but like the first 10 minutes of the stream or something, where I was just realizing that apparently I need to fix something because the streambot that I use broke, so I have to like renew the token or whatever, but I did it wrong, so I just linked it to my own account instead. So I'm gonna have to take care of that later, but hey, it works for now, kind of. But yes, if I just pretend that all of that didn't happen, I can do the thing that I usually do at the start of streams now, which is to play 5 random tracks from the Chase VGM playlist, which I did set up over here. Well, I don't know how much longer this... yeah, that's loud, but I don't know how much longer this track is gonna keep going for, but I'm pretty sure that it's looped now. Well, not very much longer. I'm gonna use the last 15 seconds or so that are left of the track, so that I can start up the stopwatch that I have on my phone here. There we go. Dim is my favorite. That's good to know. Oh, and it just immediately, there's like no silence grace period, so it just went into the next one immediately, which you might have seen the metadata that I entered into that one in my ignorance, but no, I'm gonna go over to the Chase VGM YouTube playlist here. So I'm gonna put this up as well. And I'm playing this song. This particular song is very loud apparently, because like the volume slider for the UK thing is very low, but you'll hear this very loudly. This is the main theme from Bully, which I'm just using as the benchmark for that. Where's this thing? Here it is, okay. But in just a few moments here, I'm going to, I guess, turn the volume up a little bit more on the YouTube slider thing, turn on the shuffle, and I will play 5 random tracks and see if I or even you can figure out what they are. So let's see, each one will play for about a minute before I either give up or reveal it. I have a pretty clear guess for what the game for this one could be, but I know like one track from that game, so I wouldn't know. And it's obviously not this one, so I wouldn't know what this one would be, but I think I have a pretty clear idea of what game this is. And like I mentioned at the end of one of the final chases, I basically played this for like 2 hours once, not even that long ago, like I would say a few weeks ago. And I was like, god damn it. This game is actually a lot harder than I thought it would be, so I didn't really play that far into it. Oh dear, it's either Gimmick of or Like a Wind. I'm pretty sure it's not Like a Wind, because that's literally the only song from this game that I know, so I'm guessing it's Gimmick then. Yeah, it's been a minute. This is obviously Mischief Maker. Mischief Maker. And oh boy, the YouTube playlist tab is already lagging pretty badly, but oh, this one says, this video says that apparently the song is called Revenge. But yeah, I'm guessing that this would have been a bit farther in the game than I ever got. But it's also under 2 minutes of video, so I'm just gonna let it play out. And yeah, counterproductively, the comments are pretty much just nostalgia about the game. I remember reading about this game. I remember like back in the day when, you know, video game magazines were a thing that existed. Well, here's the next one, but I remember having like one issue of one of them that had like a full walkthrough for the game, or at least like briefly talked about each level. And that was fun. Oh, I think I might... No, never mind. I was gonna say I think I might know what this is, but that doesn't make sense because the song that this, I guess, little fanfare made me think of is from a game that isn't even in the Chaser one thing, but it's also missing like a few key things at the very beginning of that track, if it were that song. That song, of course, being Hyrule Castle from Breath of the Wild. Hyrule Castle Outside, I think, but I was actually kind of surprised to figure out that, to find that Breath of the Wild apparently is not yet in the Chaser. I'm actually not sure what this could be, though. I'm guessing it's not like Elder Scrolls. I don't think that those are this bombastic. Well, we're out of time anyway, so is it like Witcher 3? I think that's in. Nope, this is Baldur's Gate main theme, so I guess I was at least somewhat grasping for the correct information there. But yeah, I mean the percussion and the sort of sets of 3 notes with the big band brass. It's like big Breath of the Wild Hyrule Castle energy, but also it just ended because it's also a short video. But yeah, that was Baldur's Gate main theme. Let's see what's next. Oh boy. Let's see here. I'll check a couple of things actually while I'm listening to this, because I don't immediately know what this could be. I would say that I would guess probably Guilty Gear or something like that, but I mean, we already have that, but that doesn't change anything because there's like no repetition prevention on this playlist. Or at least not in the way that I have it set up. But, I need to do a thing in the background though, but yeah, I guess this could be Guilty Gear. I don't know if I can really come up with anything else that's more... any more appropriate guess, excuse me, for this, but I guess maybe Blaze Blue. That sounds kind of like the same, right? I actually have no idea, but right now my guess is one of those. But yeah, it's been a minute, so... Can't believe I got a 3-hour class to go to soon. Well, that's unfortunate, but I hope that it's not too obnoxious. But if you're leaving, then hopefully see you soon. You probably will make it back if it's only 3 hours before the end of the stream, but I don't know. Stream, excuse me, but yeah. This is in fact Persona 4 Arena. I'm guessing that's supposed to be different from like Persona 4 regular, but I wouldn't know. Also, this is like a 1-hour extended version, so I don't have to worry about that running out anytime soon. But reach out to the truth first battle. The video says Princess Amagia. I don't know if that's the same or different, because my ignorance of Persona prevails yet again here. But I'd be willing to believe that. I think that I've actually, like, of the few handful of Persona songs that I could actually identify, I think like regular Reach Out to the Truth from Persona 4 would be one of them, if only because it literally just says the title close to the start. Alrighty then. But yeah, this is Arena. Let me take a quick look at the list, because I think that Golden or Ultimax or something like that are counted as separate from regular Persona 4, but I don't even know enough about those games to be able to tell the difference. Okay, so Persona 4 and Persona 4 Ultimax are listed separately. But apparently I guess Royal, since that was an expansion, would be part of Persona 5. But yeah. Alright, there we go. I guess if I ever... I would definitely have to listen to this a lot more to be able to remember it, but I guess if I ever do somehow be able to guess this, I would be sure to mention Persona 4 Arena, but yeah. I think that was the third song. Let's see what else. Oh boy, it feels like I'm gonna feel really silly if I don't recognize this. It feels like I really want to say that it's from one particular thing, but I don't remember it like confidently enough, this particular song, to say for sure. I can't really come up with anything else it could be. It sounds very Super Nintendo at any rate, so I'm probably at least on the right track. FF6 Spinach Rag. See, I think that it's FF6, but I'm pretty sure it's not Spinach Rag at least. Unless it is, but I thought that Spinach Rag was a little bit different, but the one that I have in mind is like the Colosseum lobby theme. And it's been a few minutes, let me see. Yeah, I think that's it, because the name that this one has is Johnny Seabad, which is not the same. There's one that I guess I was trying to identify for myself was Spinner Track, but I'm pretty sure that sounds different. Let me... hold on a second. Okay, yeah, that didn't happen, but anyway, let me confirm it. Spinner Track is like a similar sound, but the melody is pretty different. This one's called Johnny Seabad, and Spinner Track is, if I can find the actual song, yeah, this one, the one that sounds a lot like another song of the same kind of melody from FF8, which I remember was in Mix-Ups. I don't remember what that one was called, or the FF8 song. I'm just gonna search FF8 piano song, but it's probably not gonna be that. Hold on. Let me do something a bit unorthodox. We still got like at least one more song to guess on this, but so I'll come back to this in a second. But yeah, one more. But I want to find this now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to a full soundtrack of FF8 video, and I'm gonna look at the list of tracks here, and I probably, hopefully, would be able to recognize the track name for the one that I'm thinking of, but I'm not sure now that I'm actually doing it, because I want to say that it's one of the ones that plays during like the Laguna segments, but I really don't have that clearly enough in my head to be able to tell for sure. I am bad at remembering the name of this thing though. Let's see. Heard FF8, what you looking for? I'm looking for I guess I can open this different tab. The song from FF8 that sounds a lot like this. Hold on. Like this. But it's not this one, it just sounds a lot like this. Truth, Roses and Wine. Let's see if that shows up on this list. Okay, there's one called Roses and Wine. Let me see if that's the one I'm thinking of. Slideshow 1 or 3? Oh boy. Okay, I'm seeing Slideshow Part 1 and Part 2 down here. Let me see. That's Part 1. Yeah, this is the one, I'm pretty sure. I guess it's Part 2. Which it's weird to me that I wasn't able to remember the title or like recognize it when I saw it on the list here, because I distinctly remember that the reason why I was able to remember the name of Spinner Track so well is that this one, Slideshow Part 2, kept coming up in the chase, but somebody kept guessing Spinner Track instead. And that's how I figured out that the song from FF6 that sounds a lot like that one is actually Spinner Track, but yeah, that's the one. There's just, well, go back to this, there's one more track to guess over here, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip to that one so I can figure out what it is, and while I'm doing that I'm also gonna bring this thing back there. Oh, this sounds familiar. Stopwatch, there we go. And a ruby dragon with an old gunblade, what a goof. Okay, I'm pretty sure I know what game/compilation this is from. But I actually don't know like what the what do you call it, the specific game would be. I have one particular combination of words in mind, but I'm not even sure if I'm right. I'm just like trying to imagine that I'm right just based on the fact that this sounds a lot like what do you call it? Sounds a lot like a certain other song from Final Fantasy that I guess has the same kind of sound and that was almost guessed incorrectly when, or rather, yeah, that song, the other song was almost guessed incorrectly by someone saying this when it came up, but it wasn't. But yeah, it's been a, this is Hang 8 from Crash something. I thought it was gonna say Crash 2, but let me see. Well, it just says, the video just says Insane Trilogy, because yeah, it's clearly that version, but let's see, Crash Hang 8. It's apparently Crash 2 Hang 8. I guess, yeah, in Crash 2 it's the one where you have to ride like the water speeder in the river area, I guess. Maybe, possibly, I can't actually tell from this previous. Yeah, it is, okay. But yep, that is Crash 2 Insane Trilogy, I guess, Hang 8, even though I don't think it really matters anymore whether you say that it's the... I'm not sure how that rule works actually, because I'm pretty sure that before you had to guess the... You had to guess, you know, which game it is and whether or not it's the Insane Trilogy, but... I guess you don't have to guess whether or not it's the Insane Trilogy anymore, I don't know, but... just for the hell of it, I'm gonna see what's next. But I'm gonna set up the... that's pretty much the end of the guessing thing. But, we'll be listening to... VGM for a little bit longer for what I'm gonna be doing next, but... Okay, this took me a minute, but I'm pretty sure I know what this is, because I literally just... the past couple of weeks I just completed another playthrough of this game that I did. I guess partially to reacquaint myself with the music from it, but... I mean, it's pretty good music. Such a shame that the game is... it could use some work, but... I'm pretty sure I know exactly what this is. Actually, it does take a minute to get to the part that's recognizable, which is, I guess, the fiery part there, but it does get there eventually, but yeah. Has it been a minute? It's basically been a minute, but yeah, I'm gonna have to set up the other thingy here, which is, well, I'll just be revealing in just a second, but this is the Gabra Whitewood from Final Fantasy XIII. That's the thing to close out the YouTube playlist thing. Actually a pretty cool soundtrack though, like I said, yeah. Time to bring this back. Yeah, this song with the... on my own playlist with, what do you call it, the metadata that I didn't know how to fill out myself, so you can see how I did that. Hey Shu, you just missed the, like, full YouTube, VGM, like, chase playlist VGM guessing part of it, but we'll still be listening to VGM for, a little bit longer at least. Sonic 3 and Knuckles Love Reef, apparently. See, this is, this playlist is composed almost entirely of songs that I basically don't know, so I want to listen to them more so I can learn them better. I will continue to listen to this for a while, like I said, but what I will actually be doing for at least a little bit now is the old, where's this window? The old GeoGuessr too, because why not? Because this is also something that I come to do semi-regularly, and I do have a fun time with it, but let's see. Guess I can do the usual, or what I have come to classify as the usual for me when it comes to this, which is do the daily challenge and then just do another map that's just whatever. Let me see. Do this actually. I'm gonna put this over here, and I'm gonna put this over here, and that's just fine. Oh boy. Beginning of this is... hold on, I should know what this is without looking. This, I think this is Mystical Ninja. Yeah, it is, okay. but like the very beginning of this song, I feel like this happens to me with a few songs in the chase, but the very beginning of this song sounds a lot like it's gonna turn into a different song from a game that's not even in the chase, namely Castlevania Portrait of Ruin. Pretty sure that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, it is. But that hopefully will be in the chase before too long, when I guess I get to like the higher level submissions, because something else I have to figure out if I want to submit Herb's Handheld or Henry Hatsworth for my 300 submission, because I think that it pretty much committed in my mind to would be either one of those, but yes, I should talk about that in the Discord at some point to get some more feedback, but anyway, video game music. Also, GeoGuessr, we have 3 minutes to figure out where we are based on these Google Map pictures, and can't tell if that's very foggy or if it's some kind of image artifact. I'm guessing it actually is very foggy, but we'll see. I can probably post like one example from either of those two games for what I mean to illustrate like why I would want them in. And I'm wondering where we could be here. I'm not seeing any writing so far. We're moving to it's more to the southwest. Yes, southwest. We'd go back to the beginning and go in the other direction if we don't find anything, which seems increasingly believable as I can keep on going along this seemingly completely empty road here. Well, it would be yellow if it were USA, yeah, probably. It's one way that you can tell certain things, but yeah, big foggy mountain road. No idea where this could be though. I'm wondering if I can find like any kind of a sign or some kind of writing. There's some houses. Let's go a little bit further. I'm like almost half out of time here. Oh, hold on. I think I might have just passed a sign over here. Writing on this sign, can I at least see some kind of distance? Okay, yeah, here we go. Oh boy. This is... this might be Greek. I think that might be Greek. We might be in Greece. I was gonna say Cyrillic, but yeah, there's parts of that that really don't look. Yeah, that's Greek. And get that it's at least close to Greece, wherever that is. I don't know what part of Greece is very lots of mountains. I guess we can look at the actual names. What is it? Oltenia, Panormos, Pargos, and I can't really zoom in any farther, so I can barely read those. I guess it's Esternia. Can I see any of those names? Sorry. I'm gonna click on whatever, just so I don't. That's an emergency thing, but. I don't know if the green means that there's more mountains or if there's any actual reliable indicator around here of the elevation is, but I got something. East Coast, pure guess? I don't know. This is Sonic 06. This took me this long to identify, but I remember that this song Sonic 06. And I put it more or less in the middle, so I guess we're gonna find out. I wasn't able to find anything more concrete. Oh no, it wasn't even the mainland, it was here. It was Tinos was the island. And yeah, these here are the names. Cisterna, I saw Panormos on the... Unless Panormos was the island, then no. Oh, yes, that's like this. Whatever the other one was. Argos. Well, one of the names that I saw on that sign is apparently missing from this collection, but there you go. All 3886, not too bad for... Oh, it's doing the thing again where it thinks that I clicked, but I didn't. I'm just like the scroll wheel. Oh yeah, here it is. Centralized administration of the Aegean. I'm wondering if this actually does specify what the island's name is, but I guess it might be Tinos, I could believe that. But yeah, let's go up. I guess there's plenty of high cliffs and fog, and there's also fog over here. This one, my first kind of starting out guess would be somewhere Nordic, but I don't know. Let's actually go for out of these 60. I'm guessing, well, I don't know, this could be miles or kilometers, but I'm gonna guess probably kilometers just based on the type of road. Oh boy, what do we got here? Okay, so okay, this area is okay, but just keep going. Sone, 30. I'm guessing we're in Europe at least, so this would be kilometers. This looks like some kind of barrier, but let's go right through it. Hold on, just like riding on this thing. I zoom in enough to make anything out probably. And Husk. Another for 2019. Krr. That'd be like the currency, and could that be like Iceland if that's the case? I don't know. I guess I could remember the name Husk, or Husk, or however you say that. If I go this way, what if I go? I'm moving west right now, remember that. Go that way, just like a little stop place. There might be writing on these things, but again, it's kind of a little too far off for me to be able to figure out what it is. We have the word Sone, which I'm assuming that that would be pronounced Sone, so I'm guessing that this is Europe at any rate. I thought that I saw a sign on the right here. I might have been farther off. It is farther off. I was confused. Okay, what? This place. Okay, this might be Iceland, yeah. just a guess. What's over here? Hedmark. I don't know if there's like how much of Iceland would actually look like this, because I've seen like one place in Iceland, and that's the place that came up like twice. And it was not quite like this. It was like actual mountains around. I guess I'm running out of time, so I guess I'm gonna put down Iceland as a total guess. I don't know where this would be, and there's another song that I feel like I should be able to more easily. This is a dead end, we can't keep going any further in that direction either for some reason. And that was Skramstadseter, or whatever this, the name that was on the sign. I can definitely believe Iceland for being a place with a name like that. It was not Iceland, but it was Norway. I had the right kind of idea. Yeah, there wasn't like the giveaway thorn that I could have found that would have told me that, yes, it's definitely Iceland. What is this song? It's, oh, it's Diddy Kong Racing. I feel like this is also one of those songs that I've had on the playlist for long enough that I should be able to remember them easily, but I just don't. I think I should actually keep better track of which of these songs I do feel about in that way, so I remove them, so like re-practice those at some point. But yeah, Norway. Well, it wasn't a highway, but I guess. But what is this place that I found? Is it must have been this place over here? Skramstadseter. Is that the same place? I guess we can just find out. Or not, never mind. I can't actually go back to the same location that I was in before, without just going all the way back over there manually on Google Maps, so no thanks. Let's see what else we got. Okay, we're near the water this time. What is this? Isla del Puerto, bienvenidos, Hoppe. I wish that I would say that this helps me recognize anything, but that's not quite the case. This could be a lot of places right now, but it does look like this is a fairly populated area, so hopefully there's more clues here and over there. This came up in... yeah, this is Battlefield. This came up in one of the practice things that I did. Yep. Avenida Asensio. No way that's blurred out. Is it unblurred if we... well, it's unreadable from this angle, so it doesn't matter. I'm thinking Central America right now. Maybe even Cuba. Sure. More clues. Tricia. It's probably a local beer. I don't know if I know anything about beer. Well, I know one beer from Nicaragua that has a different name, so I'm guessing that's not where this is. Maybe I should stick to the waterfront though. Let's see. But yeah, I'm definitely thinking somewhere around Central America or Cuba. Armada Nacional. Oh boy, it's one of those places that does things in a really stupid way, isn't it? Well, this is just like a leftover name. I mean, I should know because I live in one of those places. Just can't shake off the notion that, yeah, conscription is totally a fine idea, but anyway. Could be here or it could be... It's somewhere in this circle, I'm guessing. Probably best, I don't know where. Maybe in Honduras, I don't know. I'm gonna put it right over there as a tentative thing, just so I don't figure out anything better in the time that I have left. But this is not Lair Throne. This one's actually pretty easy for me to identify at this point. This one I would feel kind of confident removing from the playlist now, but like I said, I guess I better just keep track of stuff that I remove from that idea. Stuff that I learned through this kind of practice, but that I didn't learn through any other medium. It's probably stuff that I do need occasional refreshers on, but I was way off. That was not even in Central America, it was in South. It was apparently Uruguay. For some reason it didn't give me that vibe at all, but I guess that shows what I know. That wasn't even like by the sea, that was by a big river. Yeah, at least in Uruguay they have they have enough good sense to actually make their cities next to rivers or towns. And, you know, actually have those rivers still have water in the present time. You know, the city where I live used to be like a big network of like canals built on top of a lake like 500 years ago, and then people decided that it was they better change everything, and they built over it, and now the lake doesn't exist anymore. Well, that's nice. I say very sarcastically, but... And let's see, what's over here? Thought that might have writing, but I guess... oh, what have we got here? La plateforme du bâtiment. Oh boy. Gagner du temps et de l'argent. Okay, so... Flip a coin. Is this France or Belgium, or is it like... maybe it's like Quebec. No. I mean, I could look at certain details, like driving on the right. I don't know if that's any different in any of those places, between any of those places. Leave it at the search side and see this category. Oh yeah, and then there's this the song with the... I don't remember this just because it's like the song with the debated spelling of the name, Burger King. Au fur droit. Okay, well, that doesn't really help me all that much. It could still be any of those places that I mentioned. If only they weren't all on, like, they weren't split across different continents. A couple of them are basically, oh, okay, Euro, so it's 70. Okay, we found that. Alright, so France or Belgium. Or maybe it's like, maybe it's Luxembourg. I guess they also speak a little French there, and in Switzerland. I mean, what does this say? D139, we can... This is like actual information that we can use, D139. Where is D139? In France? It's probably not in France. I want to see a whatever here. And something in Belgium. E something in... Well, there's Bern again. We had a... Remember a while ago we had a map that was like close to Bern. Had to be brought up. Maybe it's Maybe it's here in... Where's this? No, not in Germany, sure, never mind. Maybe it's in Luxembourg, hold on. Maybe it's in Luxembourg, I'm gonna put up here. How many numbers that I can even tell if this would be... There is 139, there's enough numbers that there should be a 139, but I can't quite make it out. Here? Yeah, here, okay. I found the marker that says 139, so I hope it's somewhere around. Looks like we're close to a somewhat populated area, so I could believe it being there-ish. Correct? I was not correct. I was apparently very way off. I guess the D's were in Paris. Or close to Paris, at any rate. Which is not something I would have known myself, but it's somebody that I do know probably would have known that. I would have known that. What's close to this? Apparently Chapelle Notre Dame, even though that's way off from, you know, the actual center of Paris, which is down here. Apparently close to the Forêt Domaniale de Montmorency. Why does that last word sound kind of familiar? I don't know. I guess the D1, whatever, roads, places that speak French are actually in, at least very close to Paris, but I mean, I guess that was still good enough for me to get more than 4,000, so that's good enough. Anyway, here's a song that I don't remember as clearly. I would say Silent Hill 2. It's not Null Moon, right? Nope, it's Laura Plays. Okay, yeah, that's this one that I feel like I haven't heard as much, but I probably should. Probably should, at any rate. But, oh boy, this is gonna be fun. Immediately, the secrets are revealed. The secret of the fact that the potential area for wherever we are is massive. And this, for some reason, is blurred out. I wonder why. Usually they don't blur out these roadside signs. I really know, yeah. You can just zoom out this much and it's still pretty much legible. And I think it says the same thing that it says on the other sign. Like, how would you read this, like... Putinville something. Hold on, let me read the other one. Putinville. Of course, I don't know where anything that has anything resembling that name would be, but you can. It's either somewhere in all of Russia, or it's here, or it's here. But I want to say that's at least a little closer to the west for this one. I don't know. Yeah, what is this? I don't recognize this at all. Oh, and it's like a short loop. Hold on, let me highlight this before it goes away. It's bonus area 1 from Croc Legend of the Gobos. Okay. Another one I'll have to practice on a lot. Only, you know, I actually listen to this playlist a lot more outside of when I do streams, but honestly I don't all that much. That's my own fault. Okay, well, I guess we can check out what the road looks like, now that it'll probably make a difference. I should probably click on something, though. I guess I'm gonna... Here. Chosen one. Okay. Well, that melody makes... pretty much gives away, if I guess the instrumentation wasn't enough of a clue, that gives away that this is Risk of Rain. That says when cold, though, moisture deficits. Okay. And I remember Risk of Rain. I remember having to play, having like to set up Hamachi to do online play for that, because I don't think they ever actually did like dedicated servers for that game. So you just had to like figure out the online play really by yourself. I wonder if they have anything like that for, like anything that's improved in that sense for Risk of Rain 2, because I haven't played that one yet. It's not really surprising. Well, in just a few seconds we're gonna find out where we are, because, well, here's another sign. What does it say? Oh, it's also friggin' Lint. I still think it says Publin or something like that. Well, the bottom says like Ruth something, but I wasn't even that far off, but that was in Ukraine. Let's see. Maybe, how do you say that? Putivl. Okay, so I wasn't that far off from how you're supposed to say that. Now, can I remember what the other one, the thing that was written, the other thing that was written on the sign said it anywhere in this vicinity, and would they be able to recognize it? Brudi, maybe? No, it was like the Cyrillic R sound was the first letter, I thought. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but it certainly wasn't, it was this, I think, it was this. Brudnieve, there you go. It was in the opposite direction, though. Wasn't it? Yeah, it was in the opposite direction, so I'm not sure why they were both on the same sign, but there we go. And I guess that was it. I guess the one that cost me the most score in this one was, oh, two of them, this one. For some reason I was completely convinced that the Uruguay one was all the way up here, and then... I mean, have you seen the names of those places in Iceland? I can totally buy that. The place that I saw would have been in Iceland. Or Norway, I mean. I don't think the languages are that different. And I guess, I mean, how many... Oh, damn it, it's doing this again. I didn't click on anything, I just seen the scroll wheel. We should look at the summary, I guess, the high score. I mean, I got... Does it show how much that I got? Yeah, it does. Okay, so the one that I got the least in was number 3. Which was what? Oh, it was that one. Yeah, that makes sense. And then 2 and 5 were more or less the same kind of off thing. I thought I did a little bit better, at least to number 1, but hey, whatever. You know, it occurs to me that it probably doesn't want to like show me if I'm even ranked just because I'm one of those mavericks that doesn't actually pay to use this site. I just have a free account, but I'll attempt to figure out a different map that I can do because pretty much how I do this, just do daily challenge and then just do one other thing that's just whatever, because that's what I can do without shelling out money. So let's browse maps. Anything that could catch my eye, maybe. I think the last one of these custom maps that I did might have been like the one that's abandoned places, but I don't know if I would want to do that again just because of the fact that those are usually like actually really hard to figure out where you are. Oh, there it is. And this. See, this song confuses me a little bit because I have this and I'm pretty sure I wrote this down from the chase at some point. As Battle Among Friends what will be, and that's what I've written down, but I don't know if there's like a different Battle Among Friends track in this game. It's one of the Kirby games that I never actually played through, and I mean I say one-off as if I could count them easily, but that's just most of them. I only played through Kirby's Adventure and like Dreamland 1. And then this is like the ending theme from Mario Odyssey, I think. Yep. Can never remember what the actual name of it is though. Break the way. Okay. For some reason I can't remember that name at all, just the fact that it's like the ending thing. What is a balanced world? I mean... Sure. So I guess we're gonna find out what balanced world is, because we're logged in but we don't have a description. There's a battle among friends Adeline and DDD. That's weird, because I thought that I had like at some point looked up the full OST for Kirby 64 and I only saw one battle among friends and it wasn't like labeled. Well, I'll have to look into that one. Let's see here. What was this a balanced world? What does that mean? I guess we're gonna find out. Maybe I'm not gonna find out. Maybe I'm just gonna be too dumb to figure out let me do this. Figure out what that means, but Guess the Google car didn't go that way. Okay, we're going to the west to start off here. Doing some bends right off the bat, so I guess it's a good thing that I noted that straight off. Which direction we went in at the beginning, have we? I'm not seeing anything concrete so far. This could be many different places as far as I know. Maybe I should go in the opposite direction. I should go back to the beginning and go to the east. Oh, there's something over here. What is that? That looks man-made, maybe. Any kind of writing that I can make out or anything? Nope. Just a shack tower just sitting by the road. Out here in the middle of nowhere. Actually, hold on, we have a little bit of time. Shoot. I think I might have messed up the settings because I guess, well, I'm gonna time myself then, I guess. I'm gonna turn on the... oh, whoops. On the stopwatch again. It would be like, I don't know, 3 minutes 30 or something. That's usually how I have it for custom maps, but... I'm gonna deduct about 30 seconds, probably like a full minute, so 2 minutes 30 for this one. So that's how long. So that's how long it took me to notice that I didn't have the timer on. I'm able to find something, anything before that is up, because I'm not finding anything concrete. You tell me where I could be. Okay, you know what I should do, though? I should add more Crash 1 and 2 tracks, specifically Crash 1 tracks, to this playlist, because I feel like there's not enough to really make me guess which track it is whenever I hear one of those. Like, because I can only have one of each of the specific sound types that's in that OST, so it's not hard to figure out which one. Okay, I'm not finding anything so far. I got about a minute. I would say about a minute 20 to figure out literally anything about where this is, but some building sound there, maybe? Oh, here's something, let's see. Oh boy, well, Siniger. Of course I don't know where Siniger is, but I'm guessing a little bit on the more northern side, maybe here where there's like more green out here. Or at least the more northern side of the latitude here that actually has populations hereabouts, I don't know. Only I knew where Siniger was. Wouldn't mind practicing Crash 1, 2 and Bash with you. Probably because the chase doesn't have the river sound effect in the version of this track. Probably try to find the version of this track that doesn't have the river sounds in it then. I feel that if I didn't hear that, it would be a bit easier for me to like mix this up with, hold on, how much? About 20 seconds, alright. Mix it up with like, I don't know, the other jungle, like Sunset Vista, Native Fortress, stuff like that. Even though I don't even remember what those sound like specifically, because I haven't actually practiced a lot of Crash 1. I feel like the ones that I would know from Crash 1 can probably just list off the top would be like Insanity Beach, would be this, would be the other one that I have on here, Sleeper Climb, and also High Road and Heavy Machinery, and that's probably all of the ones that I actually would know. Okay, well, thanks. I guess I wasn't able to find anything more, but it was maybe time to guess. Okay, that wasn't Russia at all, that was Bulgaria. And Siniger is, yep, very small population all the way down here. Not quite sure what, you know, balanced world means still, but I mean, this was only the first map. I guess I gotta just keep that in mind. That is also Cyrillic, but it wasn't even in Russia. Okay, I'm gonna start the timer. Way to learn Crash easily is by playing it. I mean, I remember playing, oh boy. I'm gonna try to figure out where I am while I do this, but I remember playing a little bit of Crash 1 some time back. I didn't make it that far in that playthrough. I want to say I maybe made it at least as far as the third boss, but it was the original version of Crash 1, which I don't think I've ever finished. I finished all the Crash games in... well, all the original 3 Crash games in Insane Trilogy, but... oh boy, we're somewhere around here. Nowhere, though. This could be many places. I mean, there probably wouldn't be many places if I actually was able to figure out which script this is, but I mean, does it look more like Thai? Does it look more like Burmese? Does it look more like Malaysian? Where's Malaysia? Here it is. Does this not have like the script on the map names? I guess it doesn't. That's harder. Does it look more like Vietnamese? Where's Vietnam? Here it is. Does it look more like Cambodian? That one's actually visible. Also because Crash 1 is fairly hard, so when you spend half an hour on a stage, that stage music tends to stick more. I don't know. This is like my memories of playing Crash 1 not that long ago. Well, the only thing that sticks out in my memory other than the tracks that I just mentioned are like I think the levels that are like the Great Gate, Native Fortress, the ones that have that kind of layout. There's like some breaks in the music where it just turns into chanting for like 2 seconds. That's about all that I remember of what the tracks for those would sound like. What is this, by the way? Is this Shadow of the Colossus? Yeah, it is. Shadow of the Colossus. This is Silence, isn't it? Yeah. Didn't even register in my head that this song had started up, actually. I don't think it's Burmese, this script. Ouch. How much time do I have? I have about 1 more minute. Okay. I think if we keep on going west here, it's always not gonna be these, but I know. This one also came up by Radash? Yeah, Radash, okay. It took for some reason of all the alien names that I kind of remember from this game. This is one of the ones that I have a harder time remembering. I don't know, I guess I should just put it somewhere middle-ish here. Here. You're Rayong, whatever this place is called. Peninsula? Okay. Well, my time's gonna be up in about 3 seconds, so I'm just gonna do it now. So, where's this? This is literally the only thing that I looked at. Okay, so you got the... Did I get the country right, or did I just miss it? Which side of the... Okay, no. It's technically not the right country, then. This was, in fact, Cambodian, which you can kind of see parts of the script and, you know, the names here. And apparently this was... near... Romdu... Oh, fucking sake. If I can please just look at the map there. Near Rondo Chas. I'm not quite sure how you're supposed to read that, but he also seems to be kind of a very fringe, very, I don't know how middle of nowhere, but fairly middle of nowhere road, close to the border with Thailand, I guess. Apparently it runs pretty consistently throughout the, or at least parallel to the border, it seems. Still not quite sure like what the gimmick of the map is supposed to be, but I guess we have 2 examples so far. Oh, there we go. Of like scripts that could be from a few different places, but I get the feeling that's not necessarily the gimmick. Okay, this voice. What is this voice? Also, why does this look familiar? Does this feel like I've seen this exact same building in a previous game of this? Is this Persona? I guess it must be Persona, right? Because I just saw Shoji Meguro, yeah. Persona 5, Glimpse of Fate, yeah. That's probably like the specific reference that I was searching for, like this singer, I'm pretty sure it's in a few Persona 5 songs. Socio-economic empowerment program for women and youth in Ghana. Oh, well, I think I didn't even notice that writing before, but I guess that tells me where we are. Oh shoot, also I forgot to restart the timer. I'm gonna deduct 1 minute from the total, so I got about 2 minutes 30. Ghana, that's hereabouts, right? Here it is. We're in Ghana though. Park residential area, Upper West region. I'm guessing that the Upper West region would be near the Upper West part of the country, but I don't know. Closer to hereabouts, maybe, but... Can I make out any more writing? Kapaguni residential area? What? I can't tell what these 2 letters are though, that's the thing. Like maybe that'll tell me what or at least give me a clue as to where the population would be, but... Oh wow, it's literally just 1, okay. Okay, I think I'm actually... Yeah, it's actually denser than I thought it would be, just based on these pictures. Hold on. Okay, got about a minute to figure out something more specific than this. New residential area. At least something that looks kind of like that. Too much 5 in the chase. Well, too much Pokemon in the chase, if you ask me. That's Chapel. Hello, which of these would be the residential area, I guess. It's like a lot more going on here than I saw coming. You never see it coming. It's relevant to that link to Persona 5 song while I do this. Okay, yeah, I have no idea which of these would be the residential area. Block D? It even tells you that, but yeah. Any of these... It's gonna turn into what I've... yeah, okay. Not sure if this was the song that I thought it would be, but it is. Okay, so... How much time do I have now? About 10 seconds, okay. But... I'm just gonna leave the thing there, I guess. Yep, I'm sure not paying to use this. Apparently it was down here, but I got close to 5k, so I call this a win. I was able to like just get all that information from this sign that's very close to the start. Okay, see if I remember to reset the timer this time. There we go. I don't see anything around here that would have necessarily matched the stuff on the side, so that's pretty much a shot in the dark. I would have continued to be a shot in the dark no matter how much I looked around, I think. Well, there we go. Some mental wellness center in that part of Ghana. I still don't know what the gimmick... Oh, I need to start the timer. There we go. I remember 2 this time. Still don't know what the gimmick of the map set is supposed to be, but... hope that I can find some kind of description for it after this, because I get the feeling that I'm still gonna have that question. Even after completing all of these. Boy, where are we? Could be a few places. Many places, actually. I almost said a few many places, but that felt like an oxymoronic construction. And it probably is. Where's that say? Verhenti. I don't think that's Cyrillic, I think that's like the Latin-ish alphabet, but it's... I don't know what language that would be. Well, we can't keep going that way, we have to turn here. I'm guessing Europe. Straight, maybe Africa again, but I don't know. I want to say that the overall look of things makes me want to say Europe. And also the whatever language was on that sign makes me suspect Europe. But... oh, here we go. What have we got? Tiara, Yaya, the second floor lot. Linbang, Baring. Okay, maybe we're in Asia. I wish that this gave me more information to go on, but... what is BHD? What is Yaya? SDN? Only I could figure these things out. Oh, there's more writing here. Maybe that's the challenge. Jabatan Danadan survey, the construction and completion of proposed Kampong Jerja Baru Phase 2 Muka Division. NTRI Jaja, okay, so that's the same thing that was on the car. Sidon BHD, that might be like some kind of abbreviation for a type of company, but I guess project would also be a project, and contractor with case should also be some kind of indication of what I'm looking for, but that might also all be completely related to outsourcing for whatever's going on here. I honestly have no idea. Actually, yeah. Something that I will forever mix in my head with Turn City. Oh, and then there's this. Pretty sure that I haven't even listened to this one all that much, but I feel like this one would be much easier for me to remember because I guess my mnemonic device is... I'm almost out of time. Hold on. Jellyja Section C. So I guess this place really is called that. I guess my mnemonic device is that this sounds a lot like Saber Dance by Kajatorian, but... one last sign before I just stop. That one, Kurosaki and Jalan. Doesn't really say anything different, does it, from... I'm gonna try, I guess I'm gonna try East Asia, I don't know. Or South Asia, rather. I honestly have no idea if how right I can expect to be, but the writing that I've seen around here wants to make me say maybe Indonesia, but... I don't really know. Maybe it's Europe instead, but I can buy it being from somewhere around here. I guess we're gonna find out. Because, yeah. I very much past my self-imposed time limit, so... well, hey, I was actually not that far off, but... which country is this, this actually? I'm always kind of confused as to how the division works here. I guess I'm gonna have to, like, actually go to the map on purpose this time, so I can figure out which country this technically falls under. This is... I guess get out of the... how do I do that actually without... Bellawai, Sarawak, yeah, but where? I mean, we know where in the world, but which country is that technically? That's here, but... hold on. If I go, let us search Bellawai. Will that actually give me the answer that I'm seeking? Okay, Bellawai was past tense. State constituency in Sarawak, Malaysia. Okay, apparently this is Malaysia. Why was? What happened? Let's find out. It was abolished in 2016 after it was redistributed. Constituency, yada yada, redistributed. I'm not sure what that implied, because just not familiar with that, with what that means in this context. But I guess it's still technically Malaysia, but constituency abolished, renamed to Kuala Rajang. Well, okay, so I guess they just got given a new name. Okay, I guess that's Malaysia, which would mean that it's the same as this, but not the same as this. Yeah, it's kind of confusing. I feel like they should, you know, have this label here and here, just to not have the confusion. Hold on. How long is this particular track? Because I feel like it's 7 minutes, so I know why. Because all all the Star Fox 64 tracks that are in YouTube for some reason are 7 minutes or very close to that, because I don't know why. I guess the person that put all of those up thought that it was a good idea to make them all around that duration. But I don't think that this track needs to play for about 7 minutes. I feel like we've had enough loops of that, so I'm just gonna skip that manually. Okay, this I can tell right away that it's Diddy Kong Racing, but... but yeah, I didn't play nearly enough of that game to be able to come up with anything past that, but let's see. Still Balanced World. I still don't know what that name means, but I guess we got one more to go through before I just call it quits in here. And move on to the thing that the title says, but... Can I read the sign from this side? Either no or just blank. Let's see, the other side. It's just blank, okay. I can understand this. Sometimes you just don't want to say anything. Well, let's see. What is this? Up over here? Is this like a service station? Yeah. Aberrant auto services. Could this be like Australia, maybe? Let's see. I'm guessing maybe not, because I think people are driving. Goodness, on the right. Boutique restaurant, Cabrant's Tuba Oil. It's not Australia though, I'm wondering where it could be. Maybe it's Africa. I guess I'll figure it out. What is this writing say? Sedle Passage? Yeah, it could be Africa. There's this kind of weird mixture of languages. Okay, what does this say? I guess maybe the gimmick is that you have to find these big signs that have a lot of information, but... Okay, so there's some French going on, but there's also some English going on, or if that's just like the business name, I don't know, or business Spanish. Can't really read that big sign, unfortunately. What about this one? I can barely read that. Pogond something. I can't, oh boy. This probably has the answer, but I don't know what. I don't know flags, unfortunately, so. Need coordination. If only I knew. If only I... Okay, Senegal? Okay, that's a Senegal, okay. Luckily, I guess I'm able to zoom in enough that I can just see that Senegal is here. I don't know where it would be, though. I wonder if this is gonna have any address on the sign that's gonna tell me anything more. Maybe, probably not. Didn't we see Toba? I think we did see Toba, like that station sign, so I'm guessing it's somewhere around here then. I'll probably just leave it here and give up, but I do have another minute or so to poke around and find out whatever, but I don't know how much that's, how fruitful that's really gonna be. Let's see. Perfect Dark, YouTube tracks suffer from 7-minute uploads to... I think I've messed around with Perfect Dark tracks as much, see. That's another game that I like played very, very briefly, but I feel like the stuff that I have heard from that a little easier to remember for me. And then there's this, yeah. Getting plenty of tracks that came up in the old practice. Okay, gotta go and call that. Does that match the... I don't see those names here, but like more local. I don't know if there's any other... Oh, this... Once again, this is much more grid-like than I thought it would be first glance. Oh, strange grid. I don't see those names. So I'm not quite sure. I guess I'm gonna... I mean, it's probably gonna be a little bit more on the outskirts of whatever this place is, but I know. Can practice Leighton right enough. Yeah, I mean, I only know, like, I feel like I'm not really gonna be able to remember any tracks from Leighton right that aren't in the chase, because I'm really only gonna be able to repeatedly listen to the ones that come up in the chase. I guess maybe whatever the... Well, no, am I out of time? I am out of time, but... guess I'm just gonna leave it there. Let's see. It was not even there, even though that's the name that was on the thing. It was apparently... I did not click. It was apparently... I'm gonna keep on keeping my mouse cursor trained there to see if it glitch out again, but no it didn't. But apparently close to Tabaconda, which is weird because, okay, this time I will click on purpose, but... I guess we went this way first. I mean, there's this thing in the distance that we noticed right off the bat here. And this one says Toba right out, Toba Oil. So I guess we wanted to find a place that it was named after, but it wasn't the same place that it was based in for this particular example. Oh well, unfortunate, but I mean, I guess the fact that we got the right country and we got it, whatever that approximation is still good enough for 4,000. And yeah, there we go. Well, somehow did more, did better there than... Well, on the daily challenge, but I guess that's not necessarily that surprising. That was the one that gave me trouble, the fact that, yeah, I'm supposed to place that Cyrillic. Fungi, I guess I can... There's somebody else that I know that plays this a lot. And usually Cyrillic is a big problem because that person can't read Cyrillic, and just the language itself implies a pretty wide area that it could be there, it could be here, or here, or here, or here. And, you know, the radius is wide enough that you can be completely off and lose a bunch of score because of that, so... Kind of obnoxious, but well, we did decently well for all the other ones, it seems. Check the game breakdown. But yeah, as far as Leighton versus Wright, I'm trying to remember, because I think Tomohito Nishura, who usually does the scores for the Leighton games specifically, did the whole soundtrack for that game, so I don't quite remember this. There's any, like, themes from the court segments that would stand out in my head. Those are usually done by the Ace Attorney person who is, I think it's Noriyuki Iwadare in all the games, right? All the Ace Attorney games, unless, a few more people that I'm forgetting. But I want to say that it probably is the case. Oh yeah, there we go, that was GeoGuessr. I still did not manage to figure out what the heck the shtick was, so... Well, for some reason it didn't give me this description the first time I clicked. Apparently the shtick is the most balanced of world maps, supposedly. Taking them at their word. Delicate mix of urban, rural, and easy and tough locations across a diverse array of countries and landscapes. No potato camera broken movement or photospheres. Isn't that nice? But I guess the very first one that we got was very much the middle of nowhere, not really a balance. Just an empty road for a long stretch, and then middle of nowhere town at the other end that we did manage to find. But I guess the other ones we fared better because we found those big signs with plenty of information. But yeah, I guess that's gonna be GeoGuessr for today, which means that it's time for me to switch the category again. No, I do want to close the window, thanks very much. Confirm. Okay, and also hopefully I'm not able to, or I'm able to not mix up the Pokemon Snap song with Sonic in the future. I feel like actually talking about it probably ended up helping me with that, but now I think it's time for me to return to Flashpoint for a little bit more Flash before I just completely close out this little reminiscence series that I've been doing. Because there were a couple more, I guess, big points that I wanted to hit, like one big genre collection that I wanted to at least address. See if I can remember, like, one, two, yeah, at least a couple of different series. Or, I don't know, sequences that I wanted to do at some point during this series. And then another thing that's more encapsulated, but that's probably gonna be, gonna take a while to take care of by itself. Let's see. I have to look up a couple of things in the background here. I probably will need at some point, but let me see. Where's Flashpoint Ultimate? Here it is. Hopefully it doesn't feel particularly glitchy right now, because I don't know how long it's been since I restarted this computer, but... Pretty great with Kirby Air Ride. I'm not. I never actually played that game. But apparently I'm... that's another one of those games that I'm very much in the minority when I say that. Apparently that's one of those very widely played games that I just happen to know nothing about, but let me see. Is Hotline Miami? It is Hotline Miami, yeah. For some reason I feel like I can somewhat confidently identify this song whenever it comes up, but let's hold up a second. Okay, yeah, I want that off. I can somewhat confidently identify this song, but... not without a fair bit of doubt, I guess. I'm not quite sure how to phrase what I mean. But let's see. I think I'm gonna have to practice that one a bit more too. Might actually help if I actually did play the Hotline Miami games, because apparently I got them both at some point. Part of the Twitch Prime thing, but here we go again. Time to do some Flash, and I'm kind of wondering which of the two things that I have in mind I should hop into first. I guess I can... I'm not quite sure how the second one is going to fare, so... Okay, if I search by publisher, let me see, or both publisher and developer. I'm gonna find this, yeah, if I start by developer, and if I write in Takagism, will it give me the one that, the series that I'm thinking of? Nope. What about Yoshimitsu Takagi? There we go. Yeah, a couple of series. I'm actually kind of wondering how this first one is going to work, because this is like one of the most classic escape room games, which I guess is going to be the focus of whatever I do for the rest of this. One of the most well-known early examples. I'm not like terribly sure on the specifics of the history, quote-unquote, of room escape games in Flash, but it's like these four at least are always ones that come up a lot because of the fact that they're all part of the series that was technically started by this one, and there's a certain thing about this one. Okay, yeah, they address it here, because I guess I can just come up to it as, or mention it as I get up to that point in the game, but see if I can actually capture that first. I think I'm gonna head out to practice Persona tracks. Alright, later soon. Thanks for dropping by. But yeah, now it's probably gonna have to suspend the VGM stuff in just a bit. Or at least that kind of VGM, because as I was able to show in a couple of different places recently, Flash games also have fairly involved VGM whenever they feel like it. If you want to have another practice session, just let me know. Yeah, for sure. Maybe at some point. See, I don't want to interrupt this song, but I guess it's gonna be another hot minute since before it actually ends, so I feel like I will have to fade this out. Maybe I'll come back to it to say, like, the downtime between starting up these games, but we'll see. Yeah, pretty sure that Crimson Room is basically supposed to have no music, except for the little fanfares, like I can listen to this again, the startup thing. Which, you know, as far as to my knowledge, pretty much all the sounds from this game were... and Viridian Room, which are the ones that I know. I don't even remember if Blue Chamber has any sounds, but I guess we'll find out. But as far as I know, all the sounds from these games were made specifically for the games, so... Let's see, but let's get started. By having this big encapsulation, this big summation, I guess you could say, of the premise of these types of games. I drank too much last night. I thought what time it was now. Oh boy, I think I remember seeing a few different versions of this game back in the day, actually, like the way that you could tell them apart is how good the translation is, and I guess this might be closer to whatever the original, or at least whatever the original in English was, just because it has the shitty translation. I felt first of the throat here. The bed was different from usual. Is this a hotel? No, it does not seem to be a hotel. I am shut up. I have to escape. Crimson ceiling and a wall. Well, there's a few sounds. Let me see if I can blow this up a little, because I would prefer that. No, I can't. Well, that's an easy enough, quick enough answer. I mean, I can stretch the window, but it doesn't make the image any larger. So it doesn't matter. Well, here I am. I can just like look around the room. It's a nicely modeled room. There is no strange thing. The knob does not turn. It is a strong door. And there's a curtain. Well, we'll check things out in due time, but first, what about this nice ball here? Ooh. A ring was found, and every time you like zoom in on something that has like an item appears, that sound's gonna start up. So look, this CD was found, but in the other drawer a memorandum was found. But what if I wanted the CD or the memorandum? I just keep being surprised. Right, let's pick these up. I mean, that's you can just do it on purpose, like right there. What if I check under the thing? Look at that, there's cassette tape was got. It got. And then there's this. I don't think we can. Yeah, the power supply is not on. It is stale CD player. That seems like, you know, the descriptive word to use for a CD player, but also a battery was found if you check in that very specific spot here. Come over here and check like this part of the screen. It's seen on that part of the bed, what you need to do, because you need like all the items. Oh, a small key was found. My lucky small golden key that I keep under my pillow, and also in the space between the mattress and the head thingy. What's that called, actually? Frame? Just the frame, I guess? Probably. A metal stick was found. I'm kind of wondering if I should, like, I should do the, like, the unofficial sequel to this game that came out 10 years after the original game. I do own that, but I don't know, I feel like I'm better off saving that for a certain other occasion that I'm planning for in the eventual future, but I feel like I've been hinting at that occasion for a long time and I've yet to actually do anything to prepare for that, but who knows, maybe that'll change. But look at that. Oh, something is in the window frame. The window won't open, even though we can kind of see something behind it. Seems like an oddly static picture, there is something, but let's look again. But you only have to do that because I have to open the curtain and close it again and repeat a few times in succession so that a thick ring will have gotten got. And then we can actually pick that up. I mean, we could have picked it up the first time, but what's the fun in not having that noise just repeated a bunch of times? But yeah, well, what do we have now? We have this Takagism history. Datacraft.co, JP, Takagism, history, HTML. I'm actually not even sure what that URL would lead you to, but this is like the big X factor, I guess, for trying to preserve this game. And like the way they do it on Flashpoint is they just give you some information and description, but I guess I can probably address this now because I'm pretty sure that in the original iteration of this game this would have a URL. And I don't think it's this one. It's one that leads you to something called Yellow Chamber, which is actually a separate little Flash game where you're just in a yellow chamber. You walk up to a table and then you flip 4 cards around and it gives you a 4-digit code. But and that actually is used in this game. But I think the problem with that is that it's supposed to like match up. I guess it reads something of your cookies or your history or something, and obviously the information, the code that you get in the other game is used for something in this game, as we'll come to find. And I guess they couldn't replicate that in a local capacity, so what they just did, if you noticed during the when I had the main Flashpoint window up, is that they just tell you the code in the description for this game. Which I guess is a solution that works good enough. It's not quite the same as the original experience, but I can take it. Lock opened for both of these things with the keys. Power supply cable was found. Power cord was got. Small box. Strange small box was got. Well, we have a power supply cable for this thing. Power cord was connected. And a key was found in the CD player tray, which would be that would it really be this deep? I really want to analyze this old fucking Not only old but influential and very often parodied, as we can kind of tell in a few other things that I may or may not be able to show off. Did get a few parodies this game for this room escape genre. Thing that I guess it was pretty much a grandpappy of. There's also the CD case. There's no label and there's no CD, so what a shame. I mean, I don't even think that we use that right thing, actually, now that I think about it, out of this game. But there's this small box of a mystery with an eye, which is an easy mistake to make, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, you... Usually I think you would write the equivalent of mystery with an eye in other languages, but... Oh, I got the lid does not open. There's some recesses here, so of course what you do is the hole waited for the ring. Try saying that... No, try saying that 3 times fast. It's not sense, but try saying that out of context. It's a lot more in line with what I was trying to express there, but just quote that out of context. Pretend that I'm one of those channels where people take stuff that I say and have like a quote system. I don't actually have a quote system. But hey, look at that metal stick stuck to the hollow, just like us. The hole waited for the ring. I'm sure that could be arranged into a more humorous way, but well, this is what the inside looks like now that we've done that. We don't comment on the interior though. There's a battery. There's a hollow. There's a little yellow button there that's actually kind of hard to figure out that's what that is, but I think we have all we need here. I mean, all we need is this, the other battery, the second battery fitted in firmly, and the cassette tape fitted in exactly. So now, I don't remember, do we need anything else? I don't think we do, so now we watch this. Set up our projector here on the wall. Check out someone maybe rotoscoped, just dancing, jamming out. I remember like back in the day when I first played this game, all by myself. I couldn't figure out like what the solution was by myself, so I ended up reading some walkthroughs. Well, here's the important part. He points to this exact spot, and then he just walks off. I remember reading about this part, and it's like, it was just mentioned like, there's some guy pointing at the wall, so I thought that there was like no pictures or anything. This was, you know, like when people actually bothered to write down walkthroughs instead of just having everything be a fucking video walkthrough like it is now for these types of games. I miss those days, but I mean, I guess if you go to a place like Game Boomers, they probably still have plenty of those walkthroughs, but a lot of them are for, you know, commercial games, not just Flash games, but I think the crux that I was trying to get to was that I thought there was going to be like some kind of live action video taken in the room of like a person, like an actual person pointing at the wall and like the camera panning or something, but no, it was this. That's what my memory says, but wouldn't you know it, if you click on that spot, you can uncover this wall safe. And yeah, usually you do the URL trick to figure out the code for this, but I guess the way they did it is just to give it to you in the description, so I already know that the code is 19... oh, whoops. D94, but... And then you use this key to open it up as well. The safe opened. Straight driver was got. Straight driver. Not quite sure where that combination of words could have come from, but yeah, let's just use the straight driver here. The knob is separated, and with that, we can just fiddle around with I guess the inside of the lock, and there you go, that's Crimson Room. One that started it all, I guess. Music and sound effects by Auto G10 Datacraft Co. Ltd. Okay, yeah, I don't know what Auto G10 is. I don't think that if you search any of these things, we're gonna be able to... Oh, inspired by the mystery of time and space. Okay, no, never mind. A little bit of a spoiler there, but I guess that other one came first. But hey, there you go. Your name will be registered into the escape person list, supposing you give me email. Please leave me some comments in reference to the next room. Thank you. Well, we can... I don't know if you sent any emails to this address, if they would end up being found by anyone, but you can also, what does that say? You can make a donation for making the next room. Well, I mean, all rooms were made of this. I guess this ended up just being remembered as a quadrilogy, because I'm pretty sure that no more rooms are gonna be made to this state of affairs, but yeah, there we go. But what is this about the next room, and what is this picture in the background? Well, as I move on to this, we can find the next room in the series just right away. Waiting for us. And I remember this room, this game in particular. Does that say May 20-something? Version for Sandra. 25th, 2130? Might be a bit of a potential reference to the, I guess, the background from this game, which I was never able to figure out exactly what it was, but I'll be seeing a bit more of that. Hold on a bit. Just gonna take a drink. Because why not? I actually have less drink left at this point than I thought I would, but it will probably be fine. But yeah, Viridian Room, the sequel to Crimson Room by Toshimitsu Takagi. Like, I'm pretty sure that even the 4 Room games that were made by this dude were re-released as a PSP thing in Japan only. So that's a thing that exists, but yeah. Let's turn on the lights, and this is where we ended up after escaping from the Crimson Room, and we no longer have like animated transitions. You can see, look at this door. You can see the Crimson Room on the other side. Looks kind of darker than what we remember, though. This would be like a good place for some kind of jump scare, you would think, but nope, they don't have that. Or at least not in the way you'd expect, I'll just put it that way, but yeah, we can start to look around, and this time we get a bit of a different, I guess, spooky bois noises when we start finding things. But what can we find here and there? Well, we can look at this shelf with slippers, and under the slippers, under these things, these cards, you can look at the about item. Chinese character is written on a card. You can also look under this thing to find a frame. You can look at these sheets or pillows or whatever they are. I thought also that, I guess in my head these are like, I don't know, cardboard sheets or sort of brown kind of paper that you would see on like big signs in like, I don't know, festivals and such. That kind of paper. In my mind they were always kind of like, I don't know, just big clumps of that kind of paper, but I guess it might be like pillows, so that's what they're supposed to look like. But finding these things that are like Chinese characters in here are a couple of pictures. A photo of a male, no, a photo of male, and a photo of female. You did it, you identified them. Of course, if you just use those terms, there might be some people who might be angry about that for no good reason, but that is an accurate identification, right? So you can also ring this thing. I guess you're just like shaking whatever that thing is, and it makes that sound. Go figure how that works. Tone sinks into the bottom of my heart. There's also a pot here, a couple of pots here actually. Maybe you're like banging this thing with a stick and that's what makes the sound, but I don't know. There's also a locked up diary here, and if you look at the top shelf, can you look at the top? Yeah, you can, okay. Look here, but if you need to look at the sides of it to actually find anything, you can find this. A bundle of incense sticks. And there's a couple more things you can find. You can find this on the floor. And wouldn't you know it, there's just a skeleton on the floor. You can just cover it right back up, but now you're supposed to do a few things with this guy. It's holding this thing in one of its hands, a medicine bottle. Something is inside. And as you can see, Chinese characters are written. I guess we just cover that guy right back up to check that out. And something that I'm not quite sure you're supposed to figure out by yourself is there's nothing on the other hand. You can actually grab this thing. Hold on. Maybe, possibly. Maybe not right now. But click this other hand a bunch. This falls out. Key. A tiny key. Not really anything else that we can use to describe that. And I guess after we got all that, and only after we got all that, we can also grab the sheet that was covering this thing. A red bedding, which we can just rip open, as you do, and something's inside. What does it mean? Well, it's a disassembled die. Or not yet assembled die, I mean. Fold it up properly to make it a die. And here's a thing, and hold on, the dudes each chaining them together, it seems. I thought that this thing was supposed to have sounds, but for some reason it's not playing them there. I don't know, the sound seems kind of weird right now, this game, but you might expect. I'm pretty sure we can use this, yeah, to open up the diary thing, the book. Which of course is a diary, so let's find out what's going on. Look, this was written 8 days ago. What a coincidence. I bought a bicycle today for me. I bought the same kind of bicycle and gave it to Sandra. We can go further with them. Too excited to sleep, very happy, so I took a sleeping pill. I'd eventually fall asleep. I mean, that seems like if you can't sleep and you haven't like done anything weird like woken up really late, then it's probably cause for concern. Probably shouldn't try to mess around with stuff like sleeping pills too much if you can, but you know. Got a date with Sandra by bicycle. She was faster than me. Need some excises. I need some stuff excised from my chest cavity, or I cannot catch up with her. Old beer was so tasty after the ride. I don't call it beer if it isn't chilly. I'm tired, I think I can sleep well tonight. Well, there you go. I guess you just don't do that every day. I promised to meet, but Sandra didn't show up. I waited for an hour and went back home. What's wrong with her? I worry about her. And this was when, you know, that thing happened. It'd be hard to sleep tonight, decided to take a sleeping pill. Probably a few people did the same thing that day, but called Sandra over and over again, but she never took the phone. I worry so much. Day after tomorrow is her birthday. Oh, so 3 days ago was her birthday. Is there anything I can do for her? I visited Sandra's home today, but she wasn't there. It's actually a Friday, hold on. Is it actually accurate? That is accurate, so it goes to show you the foresight of the programming that went into this game. Visited Sandra's home today, but she wasn't there. She didn't answer the phone. What's going on? Has she rejected me? Oh my god. This is the worst day of my life. My bicycle was stolen. I forgot to lock the bike. My mistake. Well, maybe he used the bike lock for something else if recent events are also any reason. No contact with Sandra. No appetite. I found rotten meat in the fridge. Not meat, but like but meat. A rotten meeting took place in the fridge. A worse day than the worst. I saw Sandra today. She was smiling at another guy, walking with him happily. Should I have locked her? What? I'm not quite sure what that sentence is supposed to mean, but let's not read too much into it. Thinking of suicide. Well, that's a bit extreme, a bit sudden, but by taking too much sleeping pills feels dull. So dull to think of nothing. If I die, would someone find me and pray for me? I don't care anything anymore, and this was yesterday. There's no entry today, as you can see. So this was written yesterday, but it's an interesting implication when you consider certain things that we'll find out at the end of this. Well, it's pretty much implied right from this point, but that will, I guess, not for sure at the end of this, but let's see. I mean, not very clearly. This is, come on. They're supposed to make it to the end of that so we can grab the CD, but I'm pretty sure I clicked on it and I just didn't want to acknowledge that. But yeah, remember that CD case that we didn't use for anything in the first game? Well, fuck it. Things might be a little bit different this time. I remember this, remembering that the number of times you had to click was like much greater when I played this as a kid. There we go. CD now. A CD. My face is mirrored in the shiny side of the CD. Too bad that we can't actually see that, but there's also a CD case. I don't remember finding the CD case before actually, but there we go. I guess it's just the same CD case that we brought with us from the first room. Let's put the CD in the case, there you go. Just a little jewel case with no labels or anything, and the CD apparently is also not labeled, so go figure what that means. And well, here's a little fridge. That's the beer. You can see, can of beer is so chilly, but I'm pretty sure that actually will get warmer if you just carry it with you, so we actually leave it in the fridge. Some kind of meat, rotten and smelled so bad. Rotten broth stays, but There's another Chinese card under that thing, and what the heck is this? It's black hair, wouldn't you know it? So some shenanigans took place here, but after you collect the black hair, and only after that. After you examine it and you swim all the way back out and go back in, you can lift this thing and find a lighter, a cheap lighter, underneath that wastebasket. And something else that you might have noticed or might have missed completely is the fact that you can, I did it at the beginning of this, I think. You can look at the top of this light on the top from different angles, depending on what you're looking at. What the way you're supposed to do it is to make it to this angle. You can barely see the light, and well, you know, there's two cards. There's one there and there's one there. And now we have all 6 of the cards, but might need a little more information before we can solve that puzzle. You know, as you do with black hair, you use the lighter on it, which burns it. This stinks, and then you click on the paper a bunch, and that's revealed. What does it mean? Well, doesn't that pattern look familiar, though? Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Sort of triangle pattern here. Oh, 1, 2, 3, starting here. Okay, so if we zoom in on this thing, let me bring the friggin' mouse mat that I have on my desk and putting it here instead, probably a good idea. We can also solve something with this dude in just a moment, but let's see, we need to examine this item again. So 1, 2, 3 was this. You might imagine that means that this symbol is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. One that looks like 2 eyes. I remember, like, associating certain mnemonic devices to all the symbols on this thing when I was a kid, and I played this, but I thought this one looked like 2 eyes. Maybe one day I'll actually learn Chinese and I'll figure out what these symbols actually are, but until then I can just keep on pretending that this is 2 eyes and this is like a face with a nose and a mouth, but that's what it looks like to me. But so there's like 3 squares on the top here. Which one is that? There's a 2 eyes one, I can tell, even if it's zoomed out. This is not that one. I mean, I think that might... Okay, this is the one with 3 squares, so it's that one's number 1. This one's number 3, and the one with the nose is number 4, because I remember it was in that position as well. You can kind of figure the rest by... number 2 is the one that looks like a sideways face to me, or kind of, it does, like these are eyes, and it's like knocked over, but... Let's see, find that symbol here. Okay, so this is number 2, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So what you do with those is you put them on this thing, the unassembled die, in that order. So it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can pretty much just brute force the other ones. I mean, it's 50-50 chance. And then you come up with this, a box to put a dead person's soul in. Obviously. And that spooky crimson room noise when we finish assembling that again, so... You might be wondering what the deal is with this thing on the guy's feet, if you can even zoom on that again. There we go. Pretty sure that harkens back to the... You know, the dates that we saw in the diary, that's why it's important. So this is also a variable that's dynamic and that's determined by your computer state temperature, so it's someday in January. I guess it would be like, yeah, if this is the correct notation, this would be 01, and then it would be anything over here. But it might not be the correct notation, yeah. What about 1? This is the shitty notation where you write the month. For the day, I guess. Is it number 9? Yep, 109, which would be the girl's birthday, I guess. Now that's Unchained. Skeleton Unchained. I think we might be ready to beat the game. We just need to, like, assemble a few other things in just the right order to be able to trigger the final thing, so... I think this box just stays in our inventory. But, we take the CD... Can put it over here. It's not entirely obvious, but I think that you know, this thing will actually reflect something in just a moment, but we can put the incense here, we can light the incense, but kind of wondering if there's anything else that I would need. I don't think there is. There is this that we need, the beer, and that's why it's you get a clue in the diary that he likes the beer cold. You put the cold beer there, you light some incense, you have the CD, you have all that, everything else assembled, and now we ring the thing. That explained everything. So yeah, see what? I don't think I actually noticed at any point until now. Maybe I did at some point in the remote past, but something that I'm pretty sure I didn't actually notice at any point before now is the fact that it's even implied that, well, there's this. I'm sure this is only for this version of the game, but it's like the dates on the diary imply that. I guess assuming that the game is supposed to take place in the present time, it implies that the final diary entry was written one day before the events of the game took place. And in that time, the guy was reduced to nothing. The guy died and was reduced to nothing more than a skeleton with no flesh whatsoever, so go figure how that worked. Yeah, that was some room, so we can right on to the next one in this tetralogy, I guess. The Blue Chamber. Yeah, I don't remember this having a lot of music, I guess, except for that thing that you hear at the beginning. I'm gonna make it look like that, that'll work. It's a bit more vertically aspect ratio than the others. I think I remember a couple sound effects in this game, but that's it. Okay. Well, there might be more than I thought. I don't think this is no longer like a continuation of the story from the Crimson Room and the Viridian Room, because there was like another door that was across the way from the one that you came in through in the Viridian Room. But I guess we never find out if the door was open or not. Like, we don't find out what happens to the player character after the end of Viridian Room, I guess. Maybe the player character was the dead guy all along and he was like in some kind of purgatory, and I guess he put himself at rest by doing the shit that happened in that game, and I don't know. Maybe there's some kind of analysis that I could find. Or I could just make my own analysis of the events of that game, but let's play this one now. Pen. And there's a sofa here. Wouldn't you know it, there's a thing. A blank piece of paper and also a very narrow window that doesn't open or help us. And one of these, I want to say boom tubes, but I'm not even sure if that's what they're actually called. There's a capsule in here, which means we can put crap inside. We can put a blank piece of paper in there and send it. And now it's gone, so it works. I mean, I remember there being a bunch of these in Costco for, like, I guess, quick sending of, like, documents and messages and crap, but now that I've seen them in a lot of other contexts, and yeah. As you can see, the blank piece of paper is not different at all, so we can use the pen on this to write "help me." Maybe if we send that, if there's anyone at the other end, they would actually be nice to us. Give us some kind of words of encouragement, or any kind of acknowledgement that they're there would be nice, wouldn't it? Well, let's see what we got back. It now says, well, if you can actually look at it. Help me with a skull. That's reassuring. But yeah. Well, that's pretty much all that we have right now. There's also this painting on the wall. We can, if you look at it just the right way, you can mess with it. Can you get to, yeah, there we go, you can do this too. You can find 10,000 whatever currency this is now. It's guessing yen or won, but I honestly have no idea. Oh shit, hold on. Click off the window. This keeps happening. This gotta keep happening too. But that means I'm gonna have to like redo my search in just a moment. But We'll have this. Pretty sure we can put this money in the capsule as well. Maybe if we send this guy some... Can we send it along with the message, or is it just one piece of paper at a time? Just one piece of paper at a time, okay. Send this guy some money, then surely he'll be able to help us out. He never thought to come to this room and look behind the painting for this big old thing of money. Well, the money's still here and it's completely intact, so let's do this, because why not? That's a nice thing to do, sensible thing to do. And think of no reason not to do it, so let's send it like that. We can expect a much better response that way, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure we're supposed to do something completely different here, but I don't remember, like, I guess the game did give you a clue. If it's what I think, the game does give you a clue, but it's so obtuse that how you're supposed to think to do that is what I'm thinking about. Well, but, I mean, there's this telephone here. It works. I guess it only calls when you type in enough characters, but yeah. And you're supposed to type in 7 characters before it, or digits, before anything happens. But let me see. So you can look at the thing, console this starts real quick in the background, because I don't remember exactly what the logic is supposed to be behind that, but I'm pretty sure it's related to the message. Yeah, what you're supposed to do is notice the fact that you wrote "help me" on a piece of paper and translate that to cell phone typing, I guess, or at least the equivalent thing. And apparently, I'm not sure how you're supposed to figure out this part of it, but the character that you're supposed to type for space, or just dial for space, is asterisk. We'll figure out how that works, but let's see. Help me translate it into phone would apparently be... that.
Okay.
That's it. The response that's okay, but sure what that actually means is what you're expected to do at this point is put the money in the capsule again and send the capsule. Yeah. There's not as much for me to say, I don't think, about this this game. It's not quite as intriguing as the other ones I had. And with that we got the key, and I think that's how we get out. Door's locked, but I mean, yeah, there we go. The key's used. Oh, listen to that sound effect. Listen to the sound design as, I guess, we opening the door just ended the world, and then there's this. Well, it's still music and sound effects by Otto G10, whoever that might be. I wonder if that's the same person who made the soundtrack for the 3D version of Crimson Room. Crimson Room Decade is the one that I'm talking about, but... oh boy, that actually opened the URL. Fastcosias doesn't exist anymore. I got the guest book, yeah, I forgot about that. But I guess that's something that would have been in... I guess it would have been something that you get sent to if you also beat the other 2 games, Crimson Room and Viridian Room. We had like an actual guest book page that I vaguely remember visiting, but I just never bothered with actually interacting with because I just didn't get it at that point. Didn't want to bother. Let's see. I have to do the search again in the Flashpoint window for the final one of these. And here it is. Hold on a moment. What the heck am I looking at? Need to like resize it? Not completely, but I guess so. This one's actually closer to 16 by 9 aspect ratio, it seems. That's a first. So this is, I guess, the last one of the tetralogy here. I was blacked out in snow weather. I awoke to find myself in a white room. chilly in here. Seems like it is snowstorm outside. And this music, I forgot about this. Anyway, I gotta get out of here. Cause I actually used like the ending theme from Viridian Chamber and also this song for a playlist of music from Flash games that I did at the end of last year for a thing. But yeah, I gotta get out of here. Director, graphics, translation, sound, and music is also Toshimitsu Takagi. Apparently this was him this time instead of Otto G10, whoever that is. Maybe he was Otto G10 and Datacraft the whole time, but I guess the music persists. It's like a 4-minute song from what I remember. There are tiny blocky things. Hey, that's a familiar sound effect though. Tiny blocky things here in the wastebasket. Some sort of remote controller. So looking a lot fancier for this game. I can't remember like there being something like a teaser for this game back in the Fasco CS website back in the day. Back to actually animating the transitions like in Crimson Room. Is this a what? Hold on. Damn it, I didn't actually read the thing because I was expecting it to go away until I clicked on something. Some kind of motorcycle. Sport motorcycle from Yamaha, even though it said the model name, I guess, before, but I missed it. I think I'm gonna be needing some help with this one because I don't remember. I don't even remember playing this back in the day, honestly. When I actually went by the Fasco CS website. Entirely firmly locked, there's no keyhole of any sorts, but there's this. There's some kind of a knob stopper, I guess. A tough steel door with a, I guess, a gleam going through it through different angles. Go figure what that's supposed to be. Seems like a manual of something here. So I can figure this out. Oh, what is this too? Oh, braille thing. If you push this, it'll do something. That's what the manual tells me. It's for the door. We're supposed to put colored things into something that has that kind of receptacle thing. I guess the purple one goes there, and also things into the. I guess these things into some kind of thing on the wall, maybe. I guess I'll give this a go by myself for a while, but I get the feeling that I am gonna by the end of this. There's something under the work table, a couple of things actually. There's this. And there's this. And we can also remove that. I wasn't sure if that was gonna happen, but I'll take it. Probably a good idea to do something like that if you can. It's an option. Oh, also this. Something with a keyhole up here on the wall. Crap, and I'm gonna keep clicking out the window for this one too, I expect, but that's okay. What is this? You can purchase Crimson Room t-shirts for all Crimson Room players for 7,500 Japanese yen. Oh, and it opens up, what the hell? It opens up a new window, but it doesn't open up any pages. That's strange. I wonder if anyone actually has one of those t-shirts that really like, would be fairly valuable among people who cared. Oh, hey. This never opens, but, and keep on triggering that, I guess. Thick noise reduction glass I'd like to see inside. Nothing is on the shelf. There's different parts of the motorcycle that you can zoom in to, I guess. It's really gonna be an inline 4-cylinder engine of 1000 cc. Oh, there's that. I guess there's that thing. And there's a key thing. I guess you can unlock some kind of passenger seat receptacle that you can open. I figure why that even exists. Oh, and a key. There we go. Because if you look at this from enough different angles, you'll eventually find a key. I wonder if we can use that key for. I'm trying to see if I can interact with any of these things, but apparently I can only. Okay, so can I use this key to open this? No. What else could it be for? It wouldn't be for the ignition, surely. Maybe it's for that thing on the wall. There's also, yeah, colored buttons here. Alright, I guess it is for the thing on the wall then. What, can we open this thing now? Yeah, we can. Ooh. Yeah, we're gonna either do lines or dots here, I guess. It's like some kind of Morse thing. I guess we can't mess with that anymore. It served its purpose. There's nothing up here that we can... Oh, there's something up here. Too far to grab it. Maybe if I use this thing. There we go. Both sides of the sheet now. Secret code for something. Let's see. Maybe we can try a couple of these. Dot dash, dash dot dot dot, dash dot dash dot. It's supposed to be just like the alphabet in Braille. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think that is supposed to be the alphabet in Braille, so... Maybe there's some kind of a... some word, some 5-letter word that we're supposed to translate to Braille and then input it into that thing on the wall, but I don't know what that word would be. Okay, the box is empty. I have this thing, the solid brass hook that I guess just came out of the wall, or yeah, came out of the wall. Mount to install something. Long and thin steel stick. A yellow memory chip. Well, we only found a yellow memory chip so far. Maybe there's more of them. Probably are more of them. Check out the underside of the table here, like the actual underside. I guess not. It'll forever be unexplored. What a great time to initiate the music thing. I wonder if that's supposed to be like something pounding from the other side, or us pounding on the door from that side of the shelf. I don't know what else we could possibly do at this point. This might be time to consult. Consult my trustiest of sources, but... This light is de-installed. Is this machine ready for using? Are we supposed to like do something here? No. Seems to fit the place, but there is no tool. How about this? No? I guess we have to do something here to like mount a light. I don't even know. I'm just gonna look. Let's see. I'm just gonna skim this and try to figure out anything that I haven't collected yet. Okay, here's one thing. I want to move away from this thing, please. We can click on this thing a little bit better. Yeah, key. Ledge under that door, it seems. Can we use this key to open this up? We can. There's an in-vehicle wrench. I don't know if we're going to be using the wrench for anything else in particular, though. What else would that be useful? Use it to bash open the window or the door. Oh, we can... It's too start to break up. Yeah, to break open with this tool, but... Alright, it just says too dark to see, but... Nothing is on the shelf. Any light may be very useful. I mean, the temperature that light would have to be... Oh, well, there's a light, but... Light would have to be on the other side of the glass, like the one that's darker. It's the one that doesn't reflect one-way mirrors, but... Okay, what do I do now? Okay, got all this stuff. And there might be some fuckery going on here, let's see. Nope. Don't actually want to open the link set that's apparently opening, but there's a fucking chip that's apparently in a random location in that shirt ad, so It's like the shit in Monster Basement that I already did, where it's like you have to click on a certain part that's very close to the ad. If you click it, it'll open a different link in a different window. If you click it in just the right way, you'll find an item that you actually need for fucking game progression, because that makes sense. That's a nice thing to do. And here, what do we got? Tiny hole in the wall. It's nice that I noticed that, I guess, but what do I do with that? Oh boy. Push the door. I think we get another blue chamber moment here where need to come up with a specific clue pretty much entirely out of our own accord, even though there's nothing too concrete in the game that would suggest that we have to do this. Let me see. So if we go here, and we use Morse code to, this is dot, and the other one is dash, okay. We do this. Oh shit, hold on. I have to, like, actually wait. There we go. If you spell out open, then this opens, or at least it appears. This does not open. This still does not open. What is in it? Maybe we can open this door with the thing? Yeah, we can. Okay. Well, there's another one of these microchips. I think that there's something else we have to do with that door before it'll... Well, before we're done with it, basically. Just a little bit more. Let me take a quick break so I can take a drink. Alright, so I don't remember swinging on the bike, but okay. But something that we might have to do now is this, so if we press this thing, it apparently causes it to do something, but if something is done, then it's not really something that something in invisible changes, but there we go, we can turn it around and there are depressions on the back. We can activate this, put all these things in there. Can we take them back out? We cannot. Can't use this. Put this back in. What if we okay, there we go, we found the light. I guess we can mount that onto the bike, maybe. And some binoculars. And some kind of mirror for walls. I thought it was some kind of clipboard with a reflective surface for some reason, but I guess a mirror, just calling it a mirror makes more sense. And there we go. It's like a headlight of motorcycle. We know what to do with that, I think. Old binoculars. What's with this thing on the top? I wonder. Well, there we go. I guess we need one more chip to be able to access everything from that rotating thing or whatever it is doing, but... Can we use the binoculars here to check something out? I wonder about that. There was something else as well, right? Yeah, the headlight. To mount that first. Oh, we need the tool to mount this first, I guess, and then put the headlight on, and that's it. We have the headlight on there now. That's what we use the wrench for. Oh, there we go. A better accompaniment than trying to do DIY work on motorcycles when you're trucking. Still not quite sure what to do with these buttons have to do with anything, but I can find out. Ooh, what? Okay. Hold on. Wait, there's another thing. There's 6 on that handlebar thing, but not what I want to focus on right now. I want to go not up. I want to go here. I want to go to the little hole in the wall, because apparently what you're supposed to do is put this thing in here and then hang the mirror like in the fucking Trapped games. And with the mirror in place, maybe we can see something in this. Maybe not. Too dark to see still. No further comment. So that can still happen. Not that that changes anything. Hold on. Wait, do we have to... oh, maybe we do. It stands to reason that maybe the motorcycle key that was used to open the compartment would also be the ignition key, but... well, I guess there we go. Turn on the headlight, and with the headlight active, we can shine light into the room. Yeah, we can. Alright, so... our side of the wall is... oh, something's going on there. Something's at the wall, but it's too far to examine. Well, we have binoculars. 521226. Those aren't letters, those are numbers. But I guess now we have 521226. What do we use that for? Oh, maybe this? Hold on. Maybe it's like... this is 6, yeah. The rest of these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. Yeah. Somehow the engine doesn't start. Well, shame. Light bulb is HID, so it's really bright. I don't know what that means, but... well, what else are we meant to do here? I wonder. Because I do feel that there's something... we got that code, but I guess that's not enough to make the thing start up. Hold on. I also need to look at here. Look at the other side of this motorcycle. Maybe I can... yeah, this thing. This thing is lit up now. Oh. Purple chip is found. That's a tip. I think that's supposed to say chip, but... we install this thing. Can access something new in this rotating part of the wall, I guess. Here we go. That's also a classic sound effect. I guess we haven't done enough to actually be able to do anything in here. How do I make the door come back? Can I make the door come back down, or is it too... might be too late. Oh, I can use chips here? Interesting. Oh, there are also, like more stuff. I didn't realize. Well, I'm not quite sure what the hell I'm doing there, just to be able to interact. If these two objects interact. Oh, there we go. Oh boy, it's another puzzle that you have to figure out by yourself, it seems. Sure how to figure this out by yourself, honestly, but at least I don't really have to. Like, why specifically that and why specifically here? Hold on. Ask for help, I can get... hey, there we go. Shiny golden key, and with the shiny golden key, I guess we can... what do we do with the shiny golden key? There wasn't even anything else that was actually, locked, was there? I guess maybe we can use it here instead? Yeah. Can I start up the engine now? Oh, okay, I guess so. Just use the motorcycle to smash through the wall, smash into that like garage door, and that's how we get out. There we go. Tetsuo Hiro and Shinji Jinai were involved in this, but I guess Toshimitsu Taki did the sound. Does this also count as the theme from my chamber? I'm kind of wondering if it's different from the music we heard at the beginning, but some special thanks as well. That's it, original sound, There's something at the end, but I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, I guess this was kind of a late tendencies entry for this little series, but I don't know. Yes, I remember in the theme from my chamber thing that I use for the playlist. I think it also sounds like that. But yeah, there we go. My chamber final room escape game by Toshimitsu Takagi. And I think also included in that, there's like a PSP port of like all these games that I just played that got released at some point. I think that also included White Chamber. Let me do a quick search here just to try and figure that out. Anything that I can... yeah, this, let's see. PSP Crimes Room. Maybe that's gotta be good enough. I think I actually have that downloaded. Let's see. Crimson Room Reverse. Yeah, that's the one. Viridian Room. It's also there. And I thought that would also have... oh yeah, there we go. White Chamber Reverse. So Blue Chamber and White Chamber Reverse. Should probably show this, but I am paranoid. I'm gonna skim through it. Evidently the music is different, but might be like the same kind of melody or a quote-unquote melody, but done with a different sound font. I don't even know. Probably not. Let's see, a different engine, different stuffs. Does look like Crimson Room. Oh boy. Well, the poster is different. Or White Chamber Reverse, and I guess this PSP thing with all these games that's called Crimson Room Reverse. Looks pretty much the same kind of progression. Yeah. And maybe I'll go back to that at some point and just for the hell of it try out, you know, these games are on the PSP, because that does exist, but for now I think I ended up doing things a little bit, like ending things off a little bit sooner than I thought. But there is one other thing that's probably gonna take me a while to get through. I'm gonna put on some music while I show the... oh, there's the freaking Hotline Miami thing again. It's probably kind of loud. I was gonna say maybe show the flashpoint window while I'm searching for this, but I guess we're talking about it in just a moment. I guess there's a few little variations here that I can find, but I guess I will show the flashpoint window. Hold on, first I just need to click on this, and on this, and this. And here it is. I guess I could have potentially started by showing this instead of the tagging some games, because I guess this was the actual real granddaddy of room escape games. All the complete version is missing every episode after 13, but I think that, yeah. I think the version that they have here is the one that has all the episodes that are up to rooms 1 through 20, pretty much. Let me start this up, because I think that this does start up in like a special, kind of specialized browser window, instead of just being the Flash player, and it does. It's a couple of browser windows, actually. It's like a fake. Let me fade out this music again, because, you know, I'm pretty sure that all the music that's used in this game that I'm going to try to capture in just a moment is, in fact, just a bunch of like stock MIDI music from like Windows collections, some of which has been identified by fans, including some people that I've talked to. Boy, hold on. Is this the full window? Yeah, I guess it's kind of tall compared to some of these windows, but that'll be fine. Should show up fine. And there is one in particular, one song that plays in a few rooms that I know is called Jive XG. It's probably, I'm not quite sure what the original of, this song that we're hearing right now, the title screen theme, would be, but it wouldn't surprise me if that turned out to be a similar situation. Original soundtrack by Lex Coblin, I don't think that's quite accurate, honestly, but I mean, it doesn't have much of an original soundtrack, I don't think. Like I said, it's pretty much just a collection of stock audio tracks from those MIDI collections, but... And this is a game by John Albertus. I'm not too familiar with like the history of the game, but... Let me see if I just click start new game, that's exactly what I see. Oh, it actually shows the introduction. Oh, there you go. I'm just gonna get the full experience. So click here chat. I think I remember this. I can't remember using this chat back in the day. It's basically, I guess it puts you into a chat room to like ask for help with the game, but let me actually get it out of the visibility thing, since it actually changes or does anything. So we can just cut that out. But let's read the introduction for this game. Complex theories. Since the beginning of time and space, the universe keeps evolving into a very complex system of interacting elements, from solar systems to microorganisms. We, the observers of time and space, have witnessed every aspect of the universe from every possible angle. For us, time and space has no mysteries, no end and no beginning. It was not always like this. Once we were a race of beings roaming the universe on search for answers and knowledge, but only found more questions and mystery. Eons have passed before the first member of our people realized that there was a deeper structured process behind the common reality we were able to see and live. But to observe this alternate reality was only possible if the observer had no memory of the common reality. Which I guess would be a tall order. The theory was, once a person was raised and lived in a certain environment, he or she could no longer see this alternate reality because of the doctrine of their own memories and experiences. So it's a plot to Baby Geniuses, I got it. You are one of the few humans able to experience this parallel universe firsthand. We hope to get a good report from you, as you agreed to do. Although we understand that you cannot remember... No, we understand you cannot remember the agreement because you allowed us to wipe your memory. So, oops, probably should have started there. Don't worry, as the time comes we will remind you of our agreement. Guess we're done. Go straight into the first room here, so yeah. It's pretty simple stuff, you just have to you wake up in a room. I guess we just we have some kind of mission, but at this point in time we realize that we're amnesiac or something. We have no memory, so our objective is just to escape check out that chair. We just have to escape the rooms. Go from one room to the next. It's the name of the game. What's this? I've never seen this poster before, but I like it. It reminds me of the sunny beach. Well, the door was locked. There's nothing in the bed, but under the pillow there's a key. So if we use the key, we can open up one of the lockers, find a screwdriver in there. There's a painting of an elephant. But nothing interesting, and for some reason if we take the screwdriver to the painting we can come up with a thin screw. I guess it was the one that was hanging on the wall. So what you do here is you slide the poster under the door and then use a thin screw on the keyhole. Because apparently the key is on the other side of this lock, so we do this. Yeah, poster with key. That makes a lot of sense. There would be enough room for that. Leave this whole poster here, don't want to carry it around in my pants, and now we can just get out of here. Let's see what's beyond this room. This is Jive XG, that's what this song is called. And look, there's a bookcase and a box on top of it. A diskette box, there's a diskette inside. It's almost like that's why it's called that. There's also a panel with an actual number pad here, but I can't do anything with that just yet. But if we go over here, we can find... painting of someone hanging on the wall. A strange flag. I wonder what country has a flag like this. I thought it was supposed to be like it was some kind of text symbol, but still don't know. It's only rubbish in the rubbish bin, but there's also the computer. We can power it on, but it's a C64. Well, did that use the mouse? I don't even know. What do we have to do in Pressuria? There's a floppy disk inside the box, but we can't open it. We grab one of the pins that's holding the flag in place there. And use that to mess with the diskette box to where we can just open it and take that out. Put this in the disk drive and then boot it again. And now we have the security door lock password 263692, which should allow us to get out of the this place. There we go, it worked. And now we're in the next room over, which I guess uses the room 1 music again. Built a mechanism of some sort to raise the bridge there, I guess. And then there's this, you can... Playing games, interactive adventure games, survey. Find out a little more about you as a gamer and enable us to better serve you. Well, I mean, you can click on this. I don't think it results in anything. Oh yeah, because I'm actually... Because I got the custom browser finger that this has to launch from, so... I'm actually gonna open anything, but yeah. Can I zoom out of this? Yeah, put back the poster. There's also something on the wall, as you can see. What's on the wall? Take out some loose tiles from the wall after we well, you can take them even if you don't turn off the light, but you notice them after you turn off the light. Also, check this out, this creature. Well, that was in the rat hole, it's not coming out anymore because I guess there's no pattern, but... What we're supposed to do here is create a pattern for that creature to fall all the way back to the other side of the room. Look at this, silly creature follows the line I created. And now it pokes its head out here. Right, just looking around. It's not really a rat, it's like a disembodied head that's for some reason moving across those lines, but we don't question it. So I created the rat trap, and now it's in the trap. We have a head in a box. I know it follows lines, we're not gonna... You don't question its nature any further than that, but we have to do this. I think you're supposed to be able to see very clearly what this is, but we can pull out the stone tile a little bit. There's so many times like in the day there's just fucking muscle memory, there we go. Yeah. Twice this one once and this one twice, and... There's buttons on the side here and the creature follows the lights and presses the buttons. So to bring this down again we have to step on the chair and... yeah, there we go. Interact with that. And now we make it onto the title screen theme is playing again. Oh no. Set to 22 degrees Celsius, that seems not terrible. Abstract painting of a hand, I presume. Turn the lamp on, nice one by the way, and well, as you can see the hand goes out of the painting to readjust itself. Let's see the design, here's a big machine, but you know, it turns on for 1 second. It seems low on power, you see. You can find a metal triangular object from the security panel here. Can't put it back though. But we can take a piece of the firewood from this little fireplace here and put it inside this big machine in the placeholder place and take this piece of burning wood, maybe. Getting too hot to handle, but of course we use that to actually set up a fire in the fireplace. It'll get warmer here in a while. It's broken, but I think that means that this thing is gonna have more power now, however that works. This Acme laser machine, I guess. It's got the triangle into several small pieces and now we have all of these, so of course what we do is come back and put them back in place, but in a slightly different fashion this time. Here. That goes here and that goes here, I thought, but no. I guess it doesn't actually go like that, never mind. With the small triangle down here instead. One there, this one here, and this one here, okay. Will actually let me zoom in. I need to solve this puzzle and unlock yet another door. To the next one we go. Let's move these boxes, there's also this. Looks kinda alien to me. I wonder if that's supposed to suggest anything. There's a small panel in the wall that we can't open, but... And move these things and move on to the next room, which is the Hello World poster. This is an ugly poster. Yes, I don't entirely disagree with that. But what we have to do is mess with this thing, which is just like do a bunch of sequences of... do an IQ test and find the odd one out. The one that's frowning, the consonant, the thing with no edges. The odd number, the one that's not symmetrical, I guess. Or that doesn't have a... choose a reversal. That breaks the pattern. This one is just one that has this weird cut. I'm not quite sure what makes it different. And then there's the one that has 4 lines instead of 3, I guess. It's repeated is the P. It can be either one, I think. One that has an edge. And here it's the one that is 2 curved lines instead of 1 curved line and 1 straight line. And then the pattern here is like red, green, blue, yellow. Red, green, blue, green. That breaks the pattern. And then there's this, the one that can be... See, I'm not quite sure. I'm pretty sure this is the correct one, but I'm not quite sure what tells it apart from the other ones. I guess the one that is symmetrical in 2 different axes. I don't know. I think that's it. Then it's the one that has where the thin line is one of the horizontal ones instead of the vertical ones. This is the one that's instead of being like a protocol thing, it's a company name, I guess. And then this, let's see, if we go clockwise, it will be like red, blue, yellow, green, red, blue, yellow, green, red, blue, yellow, green, red, blue, yellow, green. Red, green, yellow, blue. This one breaks the pattern, so that's it. And then there's the one that doesn't exist in a regular die, which is the 7 one. The one that doesn't match the other pieces. The same thing again, oh boy. Let's see. Red, blue, yellow, teal. If we go clockwise here, red, blue, green, teal. Oh no, green, teal, my bad. Red, blue, green, teal, red, blue, green, teal, red, blue. Right, okay, this one is not the same. And then there's one that's different in that it faces down and to the left. I guess all the other ones are identical. This is the one that's tilted, it's easy to see. And one of these does not equal 10. I remember seeing that exact same face in a walkthrough that I found for this back in the day. 7 divided by 3 does not equal 10, yeah. One of these is like not the result of doubling the previous one, I think, yeah. Could be 2048 if it was, I guess, another power of 2 there. And I'm pretty sure the correct one here is this one. I think it's supposed to be the one that doesn't have a matching counterpart in one of these other ones. But... And then let's see, one of these things is flipped, not just rotated. It is not that one. Not that one. It's this one. Okay, this kind of looks like the beginning of some of these could be the beginning of like a fractal sequence, but no. Sure that it's this one, but I guess it's just the one that's just 1 line. Instead of being like 4 lines put together. Well, I guess the rest of these are like 4 lines of similar length in different configurations, but this is the one that's just 1. And then there's this one, just like which of these has 2 zeros and 2 1s except for this one. And that's the last one, okay. But it doesn't unlock the door, as you can see. But it's not connected to the door, it's connected to this thing that's in the other room. Which gives us the key that's for the door for real this time. And here's a motorcycle and headlights. It's a light bulb, but I can't open it. I don't know what you could use a light bulb for, but let's see, the door is locked. Duh. There's the welcome mat, and there's a key under the welcome mat, but no, the room key fell through the grating. We have to find our way underneath this room to be able to get out of here. And you know there's a brick wall underneath behind the curtains, just because why wouldn't there be at this point? Need to fix the flashlight first, I guess there's no, there's something about that needs fixing, but we can find, oh, well the music stops when we take the, or restarts. When you take the battery out of the radio, I was gonna say that's kind of meta if they decide to make it stop altogether. And I don't remember that being the case before. Maybe that was just like an odd coincidence, but we got batteries and we got a screwdriver, and as is often the case, you can take one of the headlights from the motorcycle, which is the exact same kind of light bulb that you would use on a flashlight, obviously. And now we have the working flashlight with us. We can mess with these tiles underneath the carpet and have them all unlocked at once. And then use the fire hose as as a means to reach the room underneath without falling, but it's very dark. But we can use this with the symbol to turn on the flashlight. There you go. Could hide in it and see where it would take me. Well, no, I don't think that. Maybe some kind of Metal Gear reference, but I feel like this might be too early for that. But I've been wrong in the past. With that old stuff like flashlights, not 300s of them, but also here's a key that fell down from the beginning of this room. Of course, if I just take this key and open the door, we can move on to this stage. I feel a little bit more tired than I thought I would, but I believe we can get through this. Find this. Blue wheel in the painting appears to be a real one. We can't take the elevator here, it's stuck here. Until we get some kind of power, which I'm pretty sure we do just by introducing this blue wheel to one of the pipes here. Also take a look at the letter that's over here. Directed to a certain Dr. Druid. Let's see. I'm happy to inform you that we have successfully created our first adult clone as you ordered. Turned up one small problem. He escaped from his locked room. It seems this specimen is much more intelligent than we assumed. It's only a matter of time before we have him back in the room. Well, it says max from security, but I can't be an escaped rogue clone. This must be a joke or something. Yeah, it's a pretty bad joke. Let's go up the elevator. Brace yourself, I don't know where it'll lead me. Up, I guess. It's a painting of a wheel, but yes, it's a painting alright. No fuckery this time. We do need the rest of the colored wheels, and how did you know there's one right there? That's simple enough. Hold on, I got distracted here. Let's go. Yes. Just install the green wheel and then go right back up and see what changed. Let me actually readjust my position real quick. I feel like this isn't the best right now. Okay, hopefully it's a little bit better. Okay, we activated the green wheel, yeah. Hopefully this will at least help me stay awake through the remainder of this, because I'm feeling more tired now. Now let's see. Don't pass that door which was locked by the green wheel before. There's the snail mail. Central for this complex, I guess. Part of the building seems to have an internal transport system, but I don't fit. Well, there's a ladder placed below the hole. Yeah, here. It comes out of nowhere, but there's nothing in the drawer. But there is a pen inside that drawer. We can find a sheet of paper. In blank sheet of paper I can almost see through, but also a red door, or a red wheel lock door over here. So a sheet of tracing paper and a pen. How are we to find the final wheel though? There's room for one more and we need one more, so of course what we do is forge a letter. Write a letter asking for a new red wheel and sign it as if Max from security wrote it. I'm sure that'll be a very straightforward enterprise. Well, I mean, you never know, right? Well, let's put it in the snail mail, the outbox. Get a letter, hopefully they will respond, but we never know, I suppose. Escape the room, fuck yeah, this game, yeah. Lambda. Well, we did the Crimson Room series before this, but I probably should have done this one first, because I guess this is technically the one that came first, but... Oh, we have something in the inbox now, you do. How surprising, I've received something in the mail. It's a red wheel like I ordered. I can't believe they actually sent it. Well, we do have to come all the way back here to actually install it. Probably open the red marked door. I think we're getting the idea now. What each of these things does. But let's see. Let's go through the door and there we go. Go for a few more of these filler rooms, but then there's a big this side up box. But if we check this locker for no particular reason, we can find a floppy disk on the top side of the locker, which we're gonna need in just a moment here. There's some disk drives, there's a panel, but it's analyzing the transport system, but there's no boot program loaded, so of course we just solve that by putting in the floppy disk, maybe. But apparently we got the wrong mixture detected. So I think we just have to like put these wheels in sequence to get the color that's depicted there. And once we've done all three of those, already waiting for user input, so let's go. Let's teletransport ourselves into the next level and see something that would have been topical a while ago, but yeah, here we go. We can totally do it now. Very good Japanese escape the room, flash games, hope they are archived somewhere, hope so as well. I mean, Flashpoint has been doing a pretty good job of archiving generally, I think, but we'll have to do arithmetics here for a bit. Have to just click up all the numbers that add up to wherever it is that we're trying to guess here. So you better watch out. No, that's pretty much over now. I did always think that this was one of the best remixes of this song, though. Like, I guess it's not really a competition, but... It's something that I would favor. But yeah, once we're done with that super involved arithmetic, striking composition, girl power. You can push the wall back and make our way into this place. You can pull the string, but apparently that's not good enough to take the night chess piece out of the intrinsic fuel generator. We can go this way though and check the instant Christmas tree. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year card. Well, if you're going to take something like that at this point after what's happened. Well, let's see here. Just sticky notes. Oh yeah, there's like a little in-joke here, I think. Security forces aren't looking for an escaped clone. Please don't touch any machinery, they're proven to be cheap garbage. Well, there's an alien machine here, but I'm curious what these machines do, but they could just as well be a technical development, wink wink, but... No unauthorized time travel. Please no more sticky notes. No problem. Yes, surprise birthday party cancelled, though, but... We can also twist the painting and reveal a glowing green goo coming towards us, and... Ignore that completely as we use the screwdriver to go this way. Oh, we can't actually do anything here yet except take the clock weights, of course. But with the clock weights in our possession, we can then put on the string and we can just pull on it ourselves, so that with the clock weights we can just permanently disable this intrinsic field generator or whatever it is that it was called. And with the chess piece, which is of course a knight, you should know how a knight moves. Hold on, I'm gonna get distracted. Seriously losing my energy here, but... Oh, goodness. As you can tell what the puzzle is, it's just moving the tile on the board as a knight and chess would move. Until finally you get the iteration you want, which will be a while, I suspect, but that's just fine. We have time, kind of. I feel like I don't actually have a lot of time because I intuitively keep filling my energy that way, but I'll do my best, even if it means that I'm pretty sure that I'm resigned to that fate, but I don't think I'm able to win this tonight if I do manage to get to the end of this game. That is fine. I made it for some reason. Keep doing this over and over again, and here we go until we get here. Point where we can get into that place. Gigantic chessboard. I can go this way, and there we go. That should be good enough. And now it's locked in place, which should have opened up this. And door number 1. What is this? Well, make sure we don't walk into an airlock unprotected. We can find this like a bug-eyed suit to protect ourselves in the airlock. Makes you look like an alien insect after hand door number 2 though. Oh, it's stuck. Since we are protected against the dangers of the airlock, we can step inside, but meanwhile... someone else with a similar suit was coming out of the second gate, I guess. Thank goodness that we're just not able to travel back at all, I don't think. My favorite collection I was alluding to, I'll check that out, I think. I just try to figure out if those also got preserved. I hope they did. I mean, I can, if the files are still accessible, I can probably do something like that. My evolution, regardless. Okay, what do we get here? Oh, we got an alien. Make it move, keep the mouse cursor over it, but... might not be entirely worth it. Let's see, there's nothing in the... well, the locker is locked. Or the fact that this section of the building is damaged beyond repair, that I can believe. And behind this glass door, I think, maybe? Or we can go this way. Something more powerful than a ultra-high voltage power surge has blown the fuse. That makes you think, doesn't it? We can also... well, we can use this here, yeah. Open the cupboard in this room, which gives us a floppy disk and a big triangle, which... we can use to repair the blown fuse. With no further comment, it seems. But now there's a force field up here. Protects the room against the vacuum of space. Goodness. Well, we did find a floppy disk. Also a key here. The computer can be used to unlock this door. Well, we can reboot the computer, but without reason for this to work. We can also just use a code at the beginning, but doesn't really make a difference. Let's put the floppy in the disk drive and reboot it like this. Enter command. Oh, we need to find a key, but that's right, we did. So we open up the locker with this key, and oh, it's scratched in the metal leads quest. Oh god, this is a very neat... the song goes places, I didn't realize, but... but we did do it right, enter, oh, here we go. Well, apparently the quest makes us play an even smaller version of this. So this is the first room and this is the second room, actually, I just realized that. Playing them in sequence here, you can tell what these rooms are supposed to be if you're familiar with that, but WARD could be a couple of things. Draw ward. There I correct this, enter this, enter this thing. It's not open yet. WARD instead. Okay, apparently it was ward instead of draw, even though draw seemed like a lot more sensible to me. Oh, I unfortunately do feel my consciousness sleeping away at this point. See if I can at least get to a certain point. I have to end up doing this in a couple different parts this game. Unless my strength decides to come back, but we'll see. Go through the... oh, it's on the first one there. Hold on. We need to find something in this here. Key here, and the idea is that if you mess with that machine on the left side, the door that's unlocked in that hallway changes, but we found the exit door on the first go, so it doesn't matter. Have we messed with that? Okay, I remember spending a lot of time in this level. I bet sure I know which one this is. A lot of time in this level as a kid because I didn't realize how it actually was supposed to work. The puzzle I will find here, but let's see. What's this? You can find a key and a ball in here, but can't really mess with that yet. But yeah, we got this. I'm pretty sure we can use the key to open up one of the lockers up here. I found a security card and also a ball. I can't remember what the ball is for, honestly, but with the security card we can bring this thing down. Yeah, I remember just being too intimidated to even try to approach this puzzle by myself, just loosen up and I walk through. I was a kid and I played this, but it's actually really simple if you know what the hell you're supposed to do. So it's just like, you know, match up the colors with the sides. What am I doing? I'm getting distracted. I'm not getting distracted, I'm just like losing my energy still. Can't move it back to its truest position. Well, that stinks, but we can take care of it. Move it here, move it here. Oh boy. Okay, this is in place. We can put that here, put it here, and I think we have it. Just gonna move. Okay, 43 moves, we have it. There we go. And after completing that puzzle, we can put the card swim out first. And oh shit, no. Get it out of the way, but the safe should be open now, right? Yeah, now that we solved that. And inside was another key, which I'm pretty sure is just like the exit, because that's like the whole point of this level to do that puzzle. As we make it here, let me try to remind myself what, yeah, this. I think there's only a couple more levels left in like the initial release of this game, so let me see if I can at least get through those. Before my brain completely shuts down. Now you can check out the manual on the desk. Congrats on the decision to get yourself cloned in one of our proud cloning facilities. Remember that this procedure clones your intellect rather than your body. Your intellectual intelligence will live on in one of our renowned databases. Your clone will be stored by us for research and kept in a virtual world. No, in a virtual sleep during its storage period. However, once in a while, the virtual clone will wake up inside our D database. So this is not posing a different threat to our D data servers. These loose files must be deleted from the data. It has been known for Lucid clones to access external data to our workstations. The Lucid clones act erratically and illogical, but still seem to manage further access. Oh, really illogical. This place seems as much of a logical nightmare as those text adventures. Am I a transdimensional visitor, or am I only a lucid dreaming clone locked up inside of a giant machine stored for later use? Well, I mean, it's been quite a while, so I don't think we'll ever find out, but... And let's see, there's nothing here. I'd open a chest. There might be something in the chest. I think there is something useful in the chest, actually, but we can't open it right now. So let's see. This little spider is a jumpy fellow. Which is definitely something I find myself cheering about. Or a spider that I don't know. But well, there's also this. I guess we hadn't actually examined that cupboard yet. Let's see, we can't take the clocks right now, but we do need money. Let's see. Is it two things? Okay, well. Can we use this key to open the chest? Yeah, unbelievable, I found a coin in this whole chest. Let's put this white ball into, yeah, in the left pocket. Now what? A pool table here and then we play. Look, I got 3 more credits also. Yeah, hold on. Put this thing here, but I think that if you do it like this, it just doesn't work. Then, here the queue isn't dropping off to play. Oh. Hold on. You can still, oh yeah, you can still actually use the, whatchamacallit. You can still try, but you can see what the result is. I got C64 poster. Yeah, that's what it is. That was also in the second level of this game, but well, you have to use the chalk to ruffle the Q-tip, and there you go. You're supposed to try to go for a specific angle here. I think that one actually able to get both of these the same shot. Under the table, and I seem to have turned up something inside. A key. Yeah, I wasn't able to recognize the Commodore logo until now. Is that the key that we need to get out of the room? It is, okay. Well, here's level area 12. I'm not even sure which area that this actually is, but maybe this will shoot, I don't know, let's just hide this again. But this is the final level of the initial release of the game, I'm pretty sure. Not one that I was actually able to beat when that was build that was out everywhere, but it does contain one of those puzzles that seem very intimidating, this one here. We can zoom in on the thing. The computer, which... There's the green wall, the passageway there and there, which I think might be connected. And of course something underneath. That's the really intriguing part. But here's the green wall. Like one of these things and you can see what happens, so the idea is to make it as green as possible. Let's see. Scratch, scream, kick, but it's still locked. But what we can do though is move stuff around in this room to create a secret passageway down below here. And if we mess around with the control buttons here, blue. I guess we'll go one on the far end, lasers, there's a middle one, and that's the one that's close to us. We can move on like this. We made all the way over here. I want to take a look inside, but I'm unable to open it by hand. Well, we can use the screwdriver here now that we can really do anything now. Lost our... Actually, hold on, I was gonna say we lost the wire cutter, but I don't remember if we were holding a wire cutter before this chapter. Yeah, chapter, I guess. I'm seriously getting a lot of stuff mixed up in my brain, but... See if I can get to the end of this. So let's do the basic word puzzle here. There's something that's not really obvious about this. You have to do this at some point. You have to make the entire wall green. You need to well, see what happens when you accomplish that, but there was something, I remember painstakingly doing this very, very slowly when I was a kid, and I feel like I actually beat this this part of the game. I'll find like a walkthrough that had a picture that told me to basically do what I'm doing right now, but label like each one of these things, these rectangles, as a person. I'm not quite sure what I just said. I feel like I just say as a person. Yeah, I'm really gonna have to like take a break after this level. Well, you can see the strategy. It's like I remember finding a walkthrough. Let me see if I can actually take that out. What? How do I phrase this? That wasn't me being sleepy. That was just me being dumb. I can rephrase that and have it make more sense to my ears. So there was a walkthrough that I remember looking at for this game. Back in the day. That makes more sense. And basically, yeah, each of these things was labeled. The solution for this puzzle was just to had a picture that just labeled each and every one of these little tiles. So I remember painstakingly copying that pattern back in the day, but I mean the trick is basically to do what I'm doing right now, just like do one row to the right and make sure that the row to the left is completely converted by the time you're done. Because something that might not be obvious, but that's very much appreciated when it comes to this puzzle and this game, is the fact that you don't have to transform every last one of these rectangles. Hold on. If there's 4 or less left that aren't transformed, then they automatically fill in. So that's nice, there we go. Too much to get rid of that wheel wall. Also, you're at inside MOTAS. Now possible for advertisers to be part of something special. Get your run visible on a poster inside a popular online adventure game. See, it's gonna sound kind of weird. I don't know, like, I have no idea what the actual circumstances behind that were, but I distinctly remember that at some point I was playing this game on like the original browser stuff, and then I got to this level, and the ad that was here was an ad for The Longest Journey, the first game. I'm not quite sure how that managed to come about, but I'm gonna light bulb from one of those shelves. You can open up the cupboards here, and there we go. Wire cutter is now in our position. Okay, we just go here. Smooth out the wrinkling in the carpet, and do we need to if you want to drive the chair over here and get up on the lamp and find a key. Hidden in the lamp so no one would ever find it, but we can also replace the light bulb in this lamp. Switch on the lamp and the light reveals some markings on the dark wall. 312, 32312. Keep that in mind as well. You can also get this locker out of the way and that thing below it, but apparently something's blocking the way from the other side. But if we go down here, we can find this little basement area again. Not that we were already stepping forward. But I'm getting distracted again. Okay, so now we have a wire cutter. Let's cut the green wire. Oh, maybe we get this power rate down. Yes, sir. Pretty sure that a few other effects can happen if you cut the other wires, like the lights going out. But not so uncover, but yeah, it's more cool. But yeah, but if we go up here, then it just shows this again. The shortcut, you see. What you need to make is the shortcut to... Can we open up one of these things? Yeah. Can you get another key? It's like a rice or... That's a weird reference. You can use a key to like open a drawer and you find another key, so... Hold on. Can we mess with that? No, we can't. But let's see. So all of these are powering down and we can make it so that, yeah. Initial gate is the one that doesn't have well, the one that's up, the other two are down. around, we can take the other entrance into this place, and hold on, we need to actually check the, I need to actually check the thing again here. 312, 323... Over here. And there we go. But apparently I got it wrong, never mind. Let's try that one more time. Okay, I need my fucking, my brain to cooperate with me here. Okay, 312, 32312. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2. That time it worked. But, well, I guess we just use the final key to listen. Thought. There we go. And carry around the screwdriver with us to the next level. I'm pretty sure that we're gonna be needing that at some point. Boy, I guess the music's not gonna change anytime soon now. To be fair, this is pretty good sound. This isn't Jive XG, is it? I don't think it is somehow, but I guess we can save. Load the game? Yeah, okay, so we can just go to whatever level you want, so it doesn't fucking matter. But with that, as I said, and because I don't think that my brain is being any more cooperative, can't save because it just like unlock stuff in the... I don't know. Keep like stopping because my brain is like not supporting all the stuff that I'm doing right now, but I guess I can exit the current game. Oh, that just straight up closes the window, but yeah. I guess I was levels 1 through 12 of this. Hey, it captures the other browser window for this, which I didn't realize was open. I don't know why it has to open that in like a special browser thing, like the other base page as well, but there's probably, you know, reasons for that, and that aren't just trying to preserve the feel of that, whatever it might be, but... Let me check my windows here. But yeah. Let's see if I can finish a sentence here, because I'm pretty sure I didn't finish it before. So that was rooms 1 through 12 of the Mystery of Time and Space, which was pretty much all the rooms that were included in the original release of that game. They went all the way up to level 20, and that's in the version that this has, but because my brain apparently won't let me keep going right now, it just keeps on trying to shut off and make me pass out. I think I'm gonna have to leave that for what will the remainder of the game there, which might take a while, but I think I'm gonna have to leave that for what will hopefully be my final session of like flash retrospective stuff, which will hopefully happen either tomorrow or sometime this week. At any rate, I can't imagine why it wouldn't if I can manage to like keep on top of things. But yeah, this is gonna have to be where I leave it for now, because my brain doesn't want to let me keep straight right now. I mean, it probably doesn't help that I ended up like staying up kind of late last night, and then for some reason I was not really able to like stay in bed past like I don't know, like 8 AM, even though I expected to be able to sleep for like another 3 hours or so. At that point, but my body did not want to have it. That does seem to happen a lot, unfortunately, but I mean, hopefully it doesn't keep happening. But yeah, that's what's on the horizon here. More VGM. I guess more VGM is going to be a potentially perennial fixture of my stream here, but for now it's time to go off to the... Yep. It's time to start wrapping things up screen. Perennial VGM and also a little bit more Flash games before presumably we return to our previously scheduled programming, because I did leave a bunch of stuff unfinished on stream that I don't want to remain unfinished. So yeah. We'll take it easy. I thank everybody for coming like always. Thanks for chatting. Always great whenever people chat. And if you'd be willing to stick around for a couple moments longer, I think I'm going to... Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Sonic Mania. I mean, this is one of those rare Sonic songs that I guess I've had on here for long enough. And I probably do know what it is, just like straight off. Listen to it enough just by virtue of it being in the playlist, but yeah. Gonna try to throw a quick raid at LP Solid Gamer, good friend of the stream. Right now doing some Stardew Valley solo, I think. Very chill times, and probably will be streaming for a while longer. Don't know if I'll be able to... I mean, I might just need to like rest for a little bit, and then I'll be awake for a little while longer as well, but... Probably not a great idea to like mix that a bit with the stream anyway, but yeah. You'll take it easy, etc, etc. Hopefully I'll be able to return promptly. Oh, I don't have this thing up on the screen. Probably should have that. And I will see you later.